Oh, there's two. How do I convince this big bitch to... Oh, whoa. That's a bunch of fresh, Huh? What's that? Yep. Oh, that's her mate that she killed. Damn. Oof. Talking about Menendez, comical corruption. Oh, that. Yeah, I heard about that. I saw some shit, like, about some of that, and oh my god, dude. Fucking whack, bro. Straight up. Dude, like, that guy is like some comic book villain shit. Literally, like, fucking $150,000 worth of gold bars, like a whole suit etched in his name with literal, like, thousands just pocket in pockets and pockets all over his fucking jacket. Oh, wait, hold on, I need to grab a charger. Flushing documents down the golden toilet. I know, dude. You know what's fucked up is that shit's normal. Like, I mean, he was just so bad with his corruption that, like, he, just, end up, getting caught with it. Like, basically be made as a sacrificial lamb. Because doing bribes and all this shit, it's legal. Like, you can do it. Nothing's really stopping you unless you're just overtly a fucking moron like Bob Menendez. Fucking ridiculous, dude. And it's the second time that he's been charged, apparently. Like, he's been indicted before, but he got acquitted because apparently there was, like, some sort of bullshit. Yeah, he got off of corruption in 2015, actually. And it was because of, like, I think his... I forgot what it was, but it was, like, I think one of his family members or somebody didn't quit, or some shit. And because of that, they had to essentially drop the case or something like that. So he had the charges dropped or something like that. I forgot the exact details, but it was something equivocal to that. Which, if that's the case, it kind of shows the Democrats reelected his fucking ass. Yep. Shows their priorities. And I guarantee you they're probably going to, not this time around, but how much you want to bet they're probably going to, just have him reelected once, it all blows over. Because, that's how they like to operate. Oh, here, hold on. Do some stuff here real quick. There we go. Alright. Man, I'm just glad that Onion Nuggets is on tonight, because if it wasn't for their show tonight, oh my god, dude, today would have been just fucked. I mean, it was already fucked, but it wasn't really at least as bad as it potentially could have been. Just all things considered. Here, I'm gonna pull up some music now. Oh, shit, what's this? Mom just posted this. What the hell? My mom just posted this? What is this? My gynecologist recognized me at the supermarket today. Try wearing longer skirts. Dude, what weird fucking, like, 1943, like, boomer shit is that? Like, what the fuck? Ready to be slapping. Guess one of those plumbing Fridays again. Drywalls, carpenters, electricians, plumbers. So I guess drywallers, just have 3 ways. Carpenters, have regular whatever the fuck. Electricians are gay as fuck, apparently. And plumbers just drink alone in the bar. Which, if that's the case, then I must be a plumber every fucking day, then. And that's coming for someone who should technically be an electrician, then. It's like, damn it. Wasn't meant to be an electrician, I just ended up being a plumber. By that meme's logic. But it's hilarious. I mean, I do kind of like to watch or look at, like, kind of blue-collar, like, YouTube channels that do skits and, comedy bits and stuff like that. And, I mean, there is, like, some truth to, like, stereotypes of, like, different jobs and shit. Though I can tell you, I don't know if there's any truth to this. I mean, I would assume there probably is, but, I mean, maybe to, like, a superficial level, but I don't know. I doubt it. Oh, here, I forgot that. Put some doom on here. Yeah, but remember. Oh, there we go, cool. Oh, wait, what the hell? What the? Now these are doing the weird thing? Like my other headphones? Now these fuckers are connected somehow? The fuck? How? Fuck your ass. The hell? I'll get this bowl going and depress a bit. And, I actually kind of mentioned, there's at least kind of a silver lining, with some of the bullshit that I deal with. So, luckily, some of the, PICs tonight were kind of relayed about, oh, make sure that they, get checked in and checked out for breaks and lunches, blah, 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 like I was bitching about from, like, my, 30-minute stream earlier. And, at least, like, at least the 2 PICs that specifically are supposedly supposed to, like, watch us and shit, they don't really give a fuck. They're just like, as long as, like, y'all get your shit done and it looks good, we don't care, as long as y'all can make sure you figure your shit out. Like, I mean, so I'm like, hey, we normally do, but sometimes we get a crazy day, and, like, it would actually be easier if we actually had some fucking, I don't know, staffing so shit can get done. And today was actually, weirdly enough, the one day where we're actually, like, relatively decently staffed. So, it's like, I mean, we had a mid at least till about 7:30. And then, the last person before that was there till about, like, 4:30. So, I mean, we at least actually had some decent fucking scheduling this time around for today. Not for the whole week, just for today. But the thing is, it needs to be more Mondays and Fridays specifically. I even told my fucking store, or my department manager that. So, saying it's like, I mean, what definitely will help a lot of this, and, I mean, even with my situation, too, would definitely make sure things are, like, we have a little bit more of an easier way to keep up with things. I know I got, like, his thing is, I know, at least to a certain degree, I should, I need to keep on my toes and shit. But, I mean, maybe, I don't know, like, the fucking boss can actually, like, stay on their fucking toes and make sure that their, departments are operating, at a decent capacity. Instead of just, like, leaving a skeleton crew shit. Because that's the reason why shit gets fucked up. Oh, but, time theft is the real issue here. Time theft. Time theft. But considering, like, how much theft happens to workers, like, on an endless basis, like, I don't even believe there is such a thing called time theft. That's just an excuse to just make workers, just more obedient and not take breaks and lunches. That's what it's meant for. Like, that's the idea of time theft. It's like, you know, it's to essentially prohibit you from taking breaks and lunches, or at least minimize it as much as fucking possible. You know, by saying, oh, like, if you go, like, literally 2 seconds off, then that's time theft and you're, you know, liable for termination shit. You know, basically make it so you are forced to essentially, like, you know, basically not even take a break because you're kind of working to make sure that you're on time. So you're not really, you know, breaking, you know, you're not having, like, you know, a moment of, like, relaxation because your mind is already kind of like, you know, when it comes down to, like, you know, oh, I gotta make sure, you know, it's like, hey, I gotta, you know, smoke this 5-minute cigarette, but you know what, I'm still stressing the fuck out because, like, oh, am I been sitting here for 10 minutes, or has it only been, like, you know, fucking, like, you know, 5 minutes or something, you know, it's just like, I mean, you're stressing yourself out more than anything else just because you gotta make sure you're on time with that bullshit. Guarantees gaslighting. Well, I mean, you know, to a certain extent it is. I mean, for sure. There are times where, you know, like, yeah, we'll take longer breaks and lunches, and I've been late and shit like that before. It's not like, you know, there isn't, like, a sense of, like, oh, well, you know, we've just noticed this one time or some shit. It's like, I mean, and I'm not the only one that, you know, might be late or take longer breaks and lunches and shit. In fact, I'm far from the only one. There's plenty of motherfuckers that do this shit. Oh, there's actually, like, another thing that kind of got my goat a little bit. It had nothing to do with the boss, though. It was like a fucking customer, actually. Like, it's one of those, like, annoying customers that are just like, oh my god, you're just, like, apparently just, like, an idiot, like, type. You know, like, she was like, I want 3, you know, fried wings or whatever. I'm like, okay. It's like, I mean, do you have any left? Then I, you know, said, yeah, it looks like I got one in the front, and there's a couple that are hiding right here, and I pulled those out. And it's like, well, I want 3 of them. And I'm like, okay. So I'm grabbing that, you know, for her, and she's like, well, I want this one in front. I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, what's this one? And I'm like, like, you know, in front of the wings or whatever. She's like, oh, you're not listening to me at all. And I just kind of sat there and looked at her. I'm like, yeah, like, you're looking at this? She's like, yeah, what? Yeah. And I picked up the pieces from the wings. She's like, yeah, that. And, you know, like, basically it's, you know, and essentially it was just like a breast, and she's like, well, what is it? I'm like, it's breast. And she's like, oh. Yeah, it's like, that's not a wing. And I'm sitting here like, do you think I'm an idiot? That's what I'm thinking. It's like, I know what the fuck fried chicken wings look like. I know what the breasts, thighs, and legs look like. I mean, I've worked there for like damn near 8 years. Like, this idea that, like, I'm not gonna know what they look like once they're fried is ludicrous. That shit gets so annoying. So I gave it to her, and of course she, like, kind of gives me like this kind of look when she picked it up, and I'm just like, man, you cunt. I didn't say or murmur it, but I just kind of had this look of like, you're kind of a cunt. I mean, it was just a little annoying. And there's like a few people like that too today. I mean, I wasn't the only one that got someone like that too. Like, I know one of my other coworkers did, like, as they were trying to close things up. And, you know, right before I went on my last break. And then, you know, she, like, cause she got a dude that was kind of like eyeballing the case while she was getting ready to pull it. And of course, as she starts pulling it, he walks up and wants a few things, and is asking a bunch of questions on, like, how long it's been out there and this and that. And it's like, and I'm overhearing just a little bit of it, and I'm just like, bro, I mean, we're literally closing shop up right now. Like, I mean, you should expect things are probably going to be at least a little older and stuff, and probably not be as good. I mean, just if you want something, just get it, and just whatever, I don't know. I mean, it's like, good lord. OMJ, I ordered a dumb blonde latte and you gave me the stupid cappuccino fresca thing. How dare you, you idiot. Yeah, basically, and I just look at that and I'm like, it's literally the same thing. It's like, you were the one who ordered it. Just because you have, like, you know, maybe some specific request that you'd never specified or anything, it ain't my problem. Man, at least, like, the first half today was just fucking, like, just ridiculous. Especially if getting pulled aside out of nowhere. Like, I literally didn't even have time to really, like, you know, get, you know, like, kind of dressed up and, like, be like, alright, yeah, let's see what's going on for a day. Like, Tartanager, you know, came back from doing something. It's like, hey, I need to see you really quick. And I was like, okay, because I wasn't really expecting that, and then it ended up just being dropped on me like that, with all that bullshit I was, mentioning about, and, like, honestly, what kind of gets me about it is that, essentially, like, this makes me look like the bad guy, not really because of, the breaks or, being late and shit or whatever the fuck. It's because now I had to, like, throw everybody on the bus, because everyone in our department, at least as far as I'm aware, does shit like this. When it comes to, like, leaving later or not leaving later, but, like, like, taking longer breaks or lunches and stuff. And it's, like, now, basically, because I have to get fucking ranked for it, and basically now looking at the whole department so it doesn't look like it's just targeting one person. And, in order to help enforce it, now they have to, like, have everyone else have the bus thrown at them. Because at least, from the store director says, like, yeah, everyone at the department has to, like, check in for breaks now and this and that. And I'm just like, that ain't getting enforced, including with me. Like, that just isn't going to happen. I mean, like, when you try to, like, step in on, like, a routine, a system like that, especially when it would be functional and way better if you had, like, just, like, 2 or 3 more fucking people, especially during mids and the evenings, then, it literally would not be a problem. Because then they would get oriented to the routine and the system that, we have, and things will be fine. It's like it wouldn't be a big fucking deal. Because it never has been an issue. Up until, curiously enough, we have been having a pretty gnarly skeleton crew for a while. And, and honestly, the last time we had a skeleton crew when we were doing shit like this, I mean, it was kind of the same scenario, but that difference was we didn't really have a consistent store director yet, so there couldn't be really anyone to crack down on it. So it's just like, I mean, at this point, now they're just like, oh, well, hey. Now they have, like, a level of, like, chain of command, basically, to, like, crack shit down on that. And the thing is, they're not the only ones doing this shit. And I know for a fucking fact that a plethora of other companies, make the exact same excuses and the exact same fucking tactics. It's just that, if anything, Safeway, is just adopting, these tactics way more, in comparison to, how they probably were in the past. Like, because at least in times past, they were a little bit more, laissez-faire about certain things. I mean, if anything, it's just them taking advantage of the fact that, like, a lot of these other, like, bosses and capitalists, like, businesses and shit, are just doing it themselves and, like, raking in record profits because of it. And so it was just, another one of them doing the same fucking thing. And especially when it comes to this whole, like, time theft excuse shit, it makes me, kind of, curious when I see that, like, these same companies make record fucking profits and yet will harp on us for time theft and all sort of shit. It's like, who's, and all of these comes back to the root. Who's really stealing from who? Who's thieving from who? Am I thieving for the bosses for time theft, or are they thieving from us, stealing our, proper wages and shit? Man, that shit got me goat. At least I know that, like, a lot of our, my employees on my department are actually, like, kind of on board with, like, kind of, like, my take about it. They're just kind of like, what the fuck, this is kind of dumb. I mean, we'll just all, just kind of, mind our P's and Q's a bit and shit and blah, blah, blah. So that's just pretty much what we just got to deal with for right now. Just mind the P's and Q's and just hope they fuck off after a while. Like, that's basically it. Just hope they kind of, like, go away and, like, just after after some time of them, being, having their little fucking iron, gauntlet on. I mean, honestly, like, it just is, I mean, at least a good thing, though, is that it is a sign that a lot of these companies and a lot of these bosses and district managers and shareholders and all these fuckers, like, it's showing that they're a lot more fearful of, like, the potential, like, energy that, workers have right now. Because, I mean, it's only been growing and growing pretty much, like, every fucking minute, practically. and they recognize that, you know, the more, you know, workers are able to kind of take control of their work-to-life balance and shit like that, and, you know, take kind of more control of the working conditions in the workplaces, then that means it's better for their outcomes, and they don't want that. It's not better for, you know, the boss's outcomes. Even though, funny enough, it actually would. It actually would be in their best interests, but they don't see that because they're so fucking short-sighted. Because, like, what? You don't think I don't want the store to make money? I don't care if the company makes money, but I at least kind of care enough a little bit for the store to, you know, try to make money, because that kind of helps make sure that I keep a job, right? So it's like I care enough, but that's, you know, but that's just it. I only care to a certain point. Like, I mean, because obviously, you know, that same type of, like, feeling is not there at all. Like, the same type of mutual, like, you know, respect isn't there, so I don't bring it back. It especially only goes up to a certain point with shit like that. I mean, no fucking way I'm just gonna, like, be like, oh yeah, you know, let me just, like, you know, totally be respectable and, you know, just, like, absolutely abide by every little thing. It's like, I mean, because if I was able to have, like, you know, certain things accommodated for and this and that, then maybe I would. But no. That's not how they want to play. Getting a little ball loaded here. Oh, let's see what's going on for the tube. Oh, let's see, yeah. Oh, here, actually we could look at a little bit of the, Bob Menendez shit a little bit, because that is honestly legit pretty fucking hilarious. I mean, honestly, what I find shocking is that fucker literally had gold smuggled in, dude, by the Egyptians, like Egyptian gold bars, bro. It's like, bruh, like a just straight bruh moment, if I've ever have, you know, seen a bruh moment be brud. Here, actually, hold on, oop. There we go. Cool. Oh, here. Hey, here. Yeah. Yeah, get foot. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Where's that video? There it is. And YouTube doesn't want a full screen. That's just great. Thank you for just never being able to, like, you know, just be cooperative sometimes, YouTube. There we go. Alright, are you fixed up, YouTube? There we go. That's much better. That is much better. I like that. Thank you, YouTube, for being friendly with that one.
Corruption. This is the...
It's out of the actions, because that's what we're using for this absurd story.
Let's take a look. Let's get started on motherfucking Bobbert Menendez, dude. Indicted on bribery.
Bobbert?
The absolute goat. Okay, the goat of New Jersey.
There's New Jersey Democratic...
Nah, that's Chris Christie. Like, until, like, I can meet a motherfucker that could basically, like, eat an entire Krispy Kreme business, like, out of business, then... You know, I don't think, you know, anyone's got cap on fucking Chris Christie, okay? Chris Christie is the GOAT of New Jersey, and no one can tell me otherwise.
Bob Menendez.
I'm still kind of like on the Chris Christie train a little bit as a meme because I still like kind of weirdly like him. I mean, I think it's just because he's the least like egregious cretin of them all. You know what I mean? He's like the least of the cretinous. So it's like, I mean, that's at least, you know, like, as something I can at least be down with. It's like, alright, you're literally the least worst dude out there. Like, you're bad, but you're not, like, so bad you want to, like, you know, kill all the gays or something, you know what I mean? Like, he's not like that. He just wants to eat all their cakes and, you know, silly little rainbow drinks because he's just like, I don't give a fuck, I'm hungry. So, you know, I mean, it's Chris Christie, dude. He's the goat. Like, he'll eat anything, okay? Like actual goats, he will literally eat anything.
By a federal grand jury. The senator and his wife are being charged with accepting hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes. Let's bring in senior investigative reporter Aaron Kaczynski for more on that. Aaron, what's the latest?
Federal prosecutors here in New York, Diane, have charged Senator Menendez and his wife with having a corrupt relationship with 3 New Jersey businessmen, and they outline in the indictment the alleged steps Menendez took to benefit those businessmen in exchange for bribes that took the form of cash payments, a car, a no-show job, even gold bars, and
Man, I wish I could get a no-show job. That'd be fucking amazing. I would never have to worry about time theft ever if that was the case.
of a mortgage by these businessmen.
It'd be time theft for me to show up. And oh my god, this guy has the most rounded head I've ever seen. This guy's head is literally a sphere. This guy has the most spherical head I have ever seen. What the fuck? How does he have like the most literal like circular head I think I've ever seen? Like, I mean, I'm actually kind of impressed by that. That is like the most circular, like, round head. Like it's like a basketball, dude. Like, damn. It's actually kind of impressive.
Menendez is alleged to have given the Egyptian government sensitive U.S. government information to...
More like Bisman.
So he just like, dude, man, what? Oh my god, this happens all the time, man. What? Dude, is there like any like U.S. secret documents and shit that are just like not sold to a government? Like, I mean, Trump sold a bunch of bullshit to Saudi Arabia. Fucking like Jared Kushner, you know, like was paid, you know, to like, you know, do some shit and, you know, for the interest of Turkey. Like this guy, you know, was bought, you know, by the Egyptian government to do shit. It's like, oh my god, bro. In leaked documents, like what? It's like, it's like, is this seriously that normal? Like, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, like, I love how the establishment cries about national security, but then you have, like, politicians left and right selling documents to governments. Like, what the fuck? For, like, gold bars and shit, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yes. No, he's just doing, yeah. Dude, Bob Menendez is so funny because, like, Bob Menendez and his corruption, it has been known for a very long time because he already did this, right? He already did exactly this and was criminally prosecuted, okay, and it didn't go anywhere, okay? So then he decided to do it even in a more comical capacity with like gold bars and shit. But also, the other side of this story that I personally love is that he still got like committee assignments. You know what I mean? Like
after all this, well, not this specifically, but you know, after the first time he was charged with being an over corrupt sleazebag.
It's hilarious to me that the fucking Democratic Party was like, no, this guy that was actually fucking criminally prosecuted for bribery, we have to have him here, okay? We have to. There's nothing, we can't...
Hold on, I just saw a funny-ass comment.
For bribery?
I was actually surprised I even saw it up here with this chat going so fast.
We have to have him here, okay?
Fucking Looney Tunes ass villain, and he's got the Pepe laughing dude. Yes, dude, fucking Looney Tunes ass villain.
We can't have anyone better than Bob Menendez. It is so funny that they were like, we have to have him.
Is this basically just like the Democratic Trump? Like the Democratic version of Trump when it comes to corruption, at least? Because it's basically the equivalent. I mean, he obviously hasn't done coups and shit. I mean, but he has sold off documents to foreign governments. He's like basically done the equivalent of just trying to hide it away and maybe not flushing it down golden toilets or hiding it off in Mar-a-Lago or hiding it in plain sight. You know, so it's like, I mean, he hasn't gone maybe that extreme with it, but I mean, goddamn, the brazenness is at least pretty equivocal. Like the overt brazen corruption of it all is what is equivocal with this. It's just like, he basically is like a Trumpian, like, he's just a Democrat, like, Trumpian politician, like, basically, at least when it comes to corruption levels. Like, this dude don't give a fuck as long as it just, like, empowers himself. He doesn't care how open it is about it. He don't give a shit. I think the reason why is because he got away with it the first time. So he's like, oh, well, I could just, I mean, if they didn't stop me first time, they ain't gonna do it this time.
In 2019, Senator Menendez proposed to his girlfriend Nadine by singing to her in front of the Taj Mahal in India. This occurred over a year after.
Oh my god. Dude, what a weirdo, bro. Well, okay, this isn't weird. I mean, I will admit that it's kind of like, I mean, if I was gonna, you know, propose and woo somebody, I would sing to them in front of Taj Mahal too, if I had the opportunity. But, I mean, like, bro. Dude, he tried so hard to make sure that he got, you know, that, like, gold digging money, bro. Quite literally. Because, I mean, from what I understand, this whole thing, I mean, it's related to the fact that they're in a relationship for the most part. On top of the 3 businessmen that he has deals with, like, it's all, like, they're all, like, interconnected. With the Egyptian government, no less. It's like, fucking Christ, bro. Like, I mean, what the hell?
Prosecutors say the couple who
and I just remembered, there's also Tulsi Gabbard, Democrat too, by the way, that a lot of right-wingers loved, that happened to, you know, take government money from fucking India and shit. And I think also give fucking U.S. governments and shit, U.S. documents, you know, to their government too. It's just like, I mean, why is it, oh my god, like, holy shit, bro. I mean, you know, like, I honestly maybe understand that there is probably, like, you know, a baseline, like, bureaucratic, you know, level of logistics that are implied where, like, you know, there are documents that are, like, classified, you know, that can, you know, certain clearance be given to other nations and shit. But this isn't that, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know, because the first, you know, because the official shit is, like, you have, like, diplomats, envoys, and shit like that, you know, that handles all that stuff, like, and, you know, along with the government officials and shit, like, I mean, this is not that at all.
New Jersey IHOP initiated their scheme to use Menendez's position to aid the government of Egypt's brutal dictator.
And probably even, like, I mean, if he's here, then, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he did it, you know, for India as well. But because they're a lot more, at least somewhat more inclined to be India's buddy, you know, I mean, like, maybe it's just, that was overlooked. Or maybe he is just, like, you know, having a vacation at the Taj Mahal. And, oh my good lord.
By the way, Bob Menendez is a perfect representation of someone who, like, the classic bit that I have, where in America there's only 2 nationalities, like 2 ethnicities. You're either Mexican or Italian, right? And when you're in...
So wait, which one am I? Wait, okay, so, like, I must be at least, like, maybe in part culturally Mexican, because I fucking goddamn love Hispanic food, but at the same time, I love Italian food, too. Well, maybe, honestly, Hispanic food more. But, like, maybe, like, my, you know, like, you know, some of my bravado elements, I mean, what, is that, I guess that could be the Italian side, so am I just, like, mixed in this one? Where do I fall in this, you know, Hassan? I'm curious of this bid. I don't know if I've heard him go over the bid.
Tri-state, or like when you're close in proximity to the tri-state, you become Italian, and when you're close to the Southwest, you become Mexican, right?
Well, what about the PNW? I guess Mexican, because we happen to be close to the Southwest? Okay. I guess it's by that logic? Okay.
Now, Bob Menendez is Latinx, okay? That's what he said. He was like, oh, they're trying to put a Latinx man down or whatever. But, like, no, he is so Italian. Like, I never in my entire life have ever seen him as a Latino man. I have only thought of him as an Italian man, okay? This, in my...
I mean, everything about his lifestyle so far, and everything about him speaks Italian. I mean, I'm going to have to give Hassan this one. He might have Menendez as his name, but you know what? That might as well be, like, Meniciano or some shit, bro. Like, or like Mariciano or whatever fucking surname in Italy, you know, would be for him. Yeah, that'd be equivocal for that. I mean, because, like, maybe like Menendo. I don't fucking know. But like, I mean, you know, it's like, like everything about him speaks Italian to me. Doing corrupt, like, backroom dealing shit, like, got fucking goddamn gold, got, like, you know, a jacket stuffed with fucking bills, from New Jersey, like, you know, a backroom sleazeball, like, corrupt business dealing fucking sleaze bag. I mean, it's like, dude, he's hitting, like, literally every qualifier. I mean, if it wasn't for his hair, and if it was all, like, slicked back and all black and greased out, like, I mean, dude, that would be another fucking qualifier. It's like, dude, he's hitting all the marks. He even kind of looks like an Italian mob boss. So there's that, too. Or at least, you know, like a Don or some shit. Like a Don, you know, for the boss, you know, or some shit. Like, I mean, dude, he's hitting all the metrics of looking Italian more so the Mexican or Cuban or whatever his background is.
Proves, okay? This, in my opinion, proves that, like, it doesn't matter. If you're in the fucking tri-state, if you're close in proximity to the tri-state, you are literally Italian.
And now I'm going to do an Italian romantic serenade in front of the Taj Mahal. It's like, oh my god, there's this too. He must have a thing for Italian romance films. But that's just more speculation. He's doing this in front of, like, all these people that just want to hang out and look at this site. Like, look at the site and look at this place. Like, I mean, he's doing this in front of, like, people that probably don't want anything to do with this. And being recorded. Oh my god, this is... Dude, this would annoy me.
Oh my god!
Whoa! Swag, dude.
Now, the real question is, did he dip his wick? And yeah, he dipped that wick. Like, I mean, honestly, I'll admit, everything, you know, I'm gonna take, you know, his sleaze bag, you know, like, corruption out of all that. You know, just, you know, mano to mano, you know, in that situation, that's, you know, like, you dipped that wick that night. That is a dick whippage right there. Like, for sure. I mean, y'all had some mimosas, or like, well, maybe not mimosa. I don't know what alcoholic beverages that are fancy as fuck they have in India, but, you know, I'm sure probably, you know, very equivocal drinks, you know, from, like, anywhere else. But, like, you know, I'm sure they got some pretty cool fancy drinks over there. I just don't know what they are. But, like, you know, both of y'all are gonna get, you know, a little loaded on that shit. Going back to the hotel, y'all gonna, you know, dip the wicks and get a little fancy, and then y'all gonna be a bunch of corrupt, gold smuggling, fucking corrupt piece of shit. I mean, aye, dude. Oh, look at these two lovebirds who are going to be doing corrupt dealings and doing the hustle culture. Aww. Yeah, he's dipping that wick. Alright, I think you've kissed enough. Like, holy shit, they've done that like 8 times in the span of the whole video. Like, I mean, you know what, I get it, whatever. I'm not gonna dog on that too much. It's just kind of funny. I'm not gonna dog on that one too much. I mean, you know, good for them, I guess. But you know what? Not good for them in a way, because, like, I mean, the reason, like, why that happened was so he can get closer ties to being a corrupt sleazebag. So I mean, like, good for them, but not really, because, you know. But I don't know, whatever. It's kind of hard for me to be like, fuck that shit.
Pretty much Mexican plus Italian.
Mexican plus Italian.
No, not Cuban. I don't believe it. He is Italian. Please do not tell me that Senator Bobbert Menendez is anything but Italian. I will be pushing back against that. He's Italian. He's from New Jersey.
You know what? I agree with that. I stand with Hassan on this one. I agree. True.
In New Jersey. You can't be Mexican in New Jersey. You're Italian. So... let's get started.
Like, if you're from New Jersey by proxy, even if, like, your DNA doesn't say so, you're Italian. I mean, honestly, like, it's just socially bred into you over time. You know, it's just like, you might not, like, literally be Italian, but you just are based on the nature of it all. What in the fuck are you doing? Looking at me with those guilty little eyes.
Senator Bob Menendez was charged Friday with secretly aiding the authoritarian regime of Egypt and trying to thwart the criminal prosecution of a friend in exchange for gold bars and cash as prosecutors unsealed the corruption indictment that accuses him of using foreign affairs influence for personal gain. I mean, good thing he doesn't have any, like, serious position of power or influence in the Democratic Party is what you might be saying. Or maybe you're asking, oh, wait, fuck, he's the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And also, you know, I'm kind of wondering what's going on in Egypt right now. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's, like, that shit going on in Sudan and shit, and I know Egypt kind of has a little bit of a role to play at that. I know Egypt's not exactly fond of Ethiopia right now either, and I know there's been some shit, you know, going on there. Like, so it's kind of making me wonder, is Egypt trying to kind of, like, woo this guy and maybe even a few other politicians even to potentially kind of, like, maybe look the other way if they happen to act on anything that might be going on? I don't know. I mean, obviously, it isn't just as simple as, oh, guy caught being corrupt. Like, there's some other shit going on with this, you know what I mean? Like, a motherfucker don't get just 150K worth of gold bars, you know, just to be a sleazebag politician, you know what I mean? Like, that's a little bit of some extra level shit, you know what I'm saying? So, there's definitely, like, some other fishy shit going on here, you know? Like, you know, I just wonder, like, I mean, what is, like, the Egyptian government kind of, like, you know, prepping, you know what I mean? Is it going to be, like, you know, acting, you know, with, like, Sudan or maybe Ethiopia, or, like, is it, like, you know, maybe gearing up for a conflict and wants the U.S. to just, like, fuck off from it, or even maybe support them in that action? I mean, it's interesting, to say the least.
That's crazy. Oh, wait. Surely he's never done this before. This is a first off. Oh, this is the second in 8 years against the powerful 69-year-old New Jersey Democrat. What?
It happened back in 2015, like I was telling Rip City.
You mean to tell me that this happened and the Democrats were like, no, this is our guy. You don't understand. He needs to be here. He needs to be in this position of power. He needs to be on the chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. The indictment coming years after an earlier criminal case against Menendez ended with a deadlocked jury. Also charged the senator's wife and 3 New Jersey businessmen who authorities say showered the couple with money, gold, and a luxury car in exchange for his actions on their behalf. Menendez also...
What the fuck, I get a Bugatti?
Accused of trying to derail the criminal case against one of the businessmen by pushing to install Philip R. Sellinger as U.S. Attorney for New Jersey because Menendez believed he could influence Sellinger. Prosecutors say he also tried to use his position of power to try to meddle in the separate investigation by New Jersey attorney.
You know what? That's probably how this happened. It sounds like he tried to pressure this guy. That he was just what was his name again? Philip Sellinger. Sellinger. Wow, what a name. I mean, I feel like he was trying to pressure and like woo this guy. You know. And he was just like, you know what, like, nah, I'm not gonna be bought by you. In fact, you know, I know some things about you. Let's just have that slip out. Like, you know, maybe there's like some beef, or maybe he like, you know, rubbed this guy the wrong way. I kind of feel like maybe Sellinger probably was in some way a role in this. Because because it was the idea is like he believed that he could influence him, so he tried to use that position of power to meddle in an investigation, you know, to do so. I mean, obviously, I think this is back when oh no, this wasn't back from the initial case. This is from this one now. So yeah, I actually think this might be it right here. I think this might, you know, this guy probably, you know, like. It's like, oh, you're going to try to brazenly bribe me like that? You know what? You're going a little too far with this one. You're supposed to do it the correct way. You know, it's like, how dare you do it so brazenly? You know, basically like that, I feel like. You know, he kind of, you know, pushed it too far, and this guy, you know, put him in his place, basically. To be like, nah, don't make us look bad. Because we'll make you look bad. Especially if something so brazen like this, yeah. I have a strong feeling that guy is probably what helped spill the beans. I mean, I have a strong feeling. Like, I guarantee Sellinger probably knew some people and was like, you know what? This motherfucker wants to try to bribe me to, like, do some bidding for him. How about I bribe some motherfuckers to do some bidding for me? And, you know, and, like, you know, catch this guy doing some shit. You know, so it's just like, I mean, you know, hey, if that's the case, then, you know, base Sellinger, I guess. Just don't sell yourself out too much, you know, for that type of shit, because you'll end up like him. You know, like, considering, like, the pro-labor shit going on, and this happening, and then obviously Trump kind of getting harped on, I wonder if there's kind of like a, you know, like, kind of like a reverse effect going on with this whole, like, you know, element of, like, corruption with the establishment and shit. Because, like, where did my, others? Because I'm kind of noticing, like, especially if, like, things look like the labor movement and how, like, you know, broad consensus of how American people feel about shit, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, economic issues, corruption, and, like, you know, and the current political system as it is, all this type of stuff, and how, like, all these, you know, different, you know, feelings of the zeitgeist have kind of shifted a lot. I'm wondering if, like, this is kind of, you know, a broader implication of just the general domestic zeitgeist in the U.S. of, like, you know, trying to kind of, like, rein back the, like, unfettered corruption and capitalistic, you know, just expansion that's just happened for so long. I don't necessarily think that means it's going to just be all, like, gone necessarily, but I'm wondering if we're kind of, like, in a period where the establishment kind of recognizes it needs to kind of, like, rein it in a little bit, but it's not, you know, but it's just going to see how far it can, you know, like, still take things while at least trying to kind of, like, rein it in, or at least, you know, make the appearance that they're doing so. Like, so with that, you know, you'll have, like, the sacrificial lamb like Menendez here, or, you know, like Trump, or, you know, like anyone else. Well, at least, you know, for Trump, it's actually very fucking merited, including with this, like, but the establishment, they're seen as sacrificial lambs. And, you know, because of that, you know, it kind of looks like, at least for the establishment, like, you know, they are kind of reining it in a little bit. And even though realistically it's just breadcrumbs, which at least in this case is at least, you know, genuine breadcrumbs. Like, at least they're like something I can kind of nibble on, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's, you know, like, I think it is at least kind of a sign that the general kind of zeitgeist has definitely shifted in a way. I mean, and if that's a good thing, I mean, it needs to continue to do so. Like, that type of zeitgeist needs to continue to shift, you know, forward with that, and, you know, just not stop. Because at a certain point, the establishment will nip that in the bud. I mean, they're kind of letting it be okay for now on a certain element, but they're going to nip that in the bud again. They don't want that growing.
Office. Authorities found more than $100,000 worth of gold bars in Menendez's home and $480,000 in cash. Much of it.
Dude, that's like some mob boss shit, dude. It's like, yeah, we have like over $100,000 of gold just in his house, just like hanging out, dude. Bruh, like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, there's corruption, and then there's, like, I'm literally the dawn of a fucking mafia, like, corruption. And that's, like, the dawn of a mafia corruption. Like, fuck, bro. What the fuck, man?
Hidden in closets, clothing, and a safe, prosecutors say. This is the most Sopranos-coded shit.
It is!
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Tell me a lie. Tell me he's Cuban. Tell me he's Latino. Tell me he's not an Italian man.
He's Italiano.
Bribe like a fucking cartoon.
Dude, not only has Trump taught him well, dude, The Sopranos has taught him well, dude. This guy is just, like, Italian through and through in every metric, bro. It's like, I have to agree with Son on this one. Like, goddamn, bro. It's just holy shit. I mean, it's just, like, the absurdity of it all. Like, this guy, you know, is just so fucking brazen with all this shit, and thought he could just, like, man, yeah, it's fine. It's like, man, you fuck. I mean, won't, you know, like, you know, watch the whole thing. I mean, because honestly, all the juicy details are pretty much, like, you know, right there. We went through pretty much all of it. I mean, it's just kind of reacting, you know, at that point, like, you know, what others were saying to it. But either way, like, I mean, it's certainly, like, just, I don't even know, bro. Just some literal, like, Don Mafia-esque corruption shit that, like, only Al Capone could fucking dream of, dude. Like, I mean, if Al Capone could do shit like that, dude, I mean, oh my lord. Dios mío. Oh my god. Alpha male boot camps are sad. What? What? Wait, hold on. Okay, I gotta share this first. Dude. What? Fucking alpha male boot camps. This is honestly just as cringy as like these Nazi boot camps where they're just like, alright, march! Hop, hey! And then they're literally not in sync. You literally will have like people doing this like like they're not in sync at all. None of them know how to march. None of them know how to fucking like, you know, be in sync or being in like proper like uniform and like, you know, proper marching stance or any. They don't know any of this shit. Like, at all, and it's so fucking pathetic and sad, and very homoerotic, like, legitimately, too. Like, these dudes will sometimes, like, wrestle or, like, you know, show off their fights, or, you know, it's like, alright, so if you have a dude doing this or something like that, here's how you can react, and, like, it's like them literally, like, kind of grabbing their ass doing this, and, like, very, like, overtly homoerotic. I guarantee you there's a lot of cock sucking and butt fucking going on when it comes to those, you know, groups and shit. And these alpha male, like, boot camps, which I didn't think would be a fucking thing. Like, honestly, the gaydar meter is probably gonna literally be off the fucking charts. It's probably literally gonna be more gay than Nazi boot camps in America. I mean, like, like, goddamn, bro.
So tardy to the party on this subject, and I'm downright ashamed of myself for being this late. I need to be more educated on alpha male boot camps because this is glorious. A lot of YouTubers have talked about this recently. It's called the MDK Project, the modern...
MDK Project? Let me guess, it's like the Modern Dominating Kings movement or something. Like, the Modern Dominating Kings Project. Like, or domineering, or I don't even know, dude.
Project. And basically, you pay $18,000 to spend 3 days getting blasted with a hook.
$18,000. I make $10,000 more, like, not even that, no, I make about, like, 5,000 plus to 6,000 something dollars more than that a fucking year. I make about, like, $23,000 to $24,000 a year, give or take, after taxes and shit. Like, which is actually very fucking low, but, like, I mean, because, like, what the fuck? That's basically, like, a yearly, like, fucking, like, salary for me, bro. Like, oh my god. It's like, that's basically, like, I just literally use, like, all my money for a year to save up for this, and then just, like, only use the money for, like, groceries and paying bills, and that's fucking it. And even then, I'm probably putting too much money into that shit. So I need to, like, forego groceries a little bit and just be like, nah, fuck that. And just, like, just only pay bills and just save up for this. And then just, like, get blasted with water hoses for 3 days. Which I'm assuming there's more than just that. I'm assuming that's just one thing that happens. Which, why? Like, I understand maybe, like, you know, some boot camp shit where it's like, hey, you gotta go for, like, certain, like, torture tests to make sure they kind of, like, fit and this and that. Like, you know, like U.S. Army Rangers or something, or like Navy SEALs, like, you know, or like Delta Force, for example. Like, these different more, like, elite programs in the military, like, they go through very rigorous torture tests and, like, training and shit in comparison to just regular boot camp. I mean, and not many people qualify or pass for that shit. Like, a lot, like, 90-something+% of people who go into that shit never qualify. In fact, most, like, well over half of them drop out within the first fucking day. Like, well over half. Because they're like, nah, I can't do this, fuck this shit, you know? So it's like, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, like, not, like, even if that is the thing that you want to do, like, know that literally most people will fucking drop out. Even those that are like, yeah, I can fucking do it. And then they do it and they're like, oh shit, never mind. You know? So it's like, I mean... it's one of those things where it's like not everyone's cut out for it, even if they think they are. Which is fine. I mean, you know, it's like, hey, if you think you are and you realize you're not, well, hey, I mean, knowing that you got the passion and that fucking gumption, I mean, don't feel bad about that, you know what I mean?
And digging your own grave while being yelled at. But you know what? Let's go ahead and hear them out.
Digging your own grave? Wait, what?
This project cost... The project is $18,000. However, this is not just for the 75-hour experience, but also a 12-month in-depth coaching and mentorship program that focuses on developing an even higher level of personal excellence, self-mastery, leadership, and even more financial freedom.
Financial freedom? Yeah, let me give you more financial freedom by taking fucking $18,000 from you. What? What? The fuck?
Lack thereof financial freedom. $18,000 in the shitter for this, and all you do is get a monthly Zoom call with some goofballs that'll just bestow upon you the wisdom of drop shipping. But, I'm sorry, there's still a very important sentence here. But the cost of not experiencing the project and mastermind and not becoming the leader, husband, and father you're meant to be is much more expensive in the long run.
If someone has $18,000 saved up and they want to be all that and then they waste it on this shit, then they were never ever cut out to be a leader, husband, or a father. Like, I mean, give me a break, bro. Oh my fucking god. I don't even know what to say, dude. Holy shit.
Sign me up. I'm losing money by not investing in this course right now. $18,000.
Yeah, I'm losing money by not spending a fuckload of money, you know, for this course. I'm losing money by not spending money, apparently.
Get shot with a hose sounds pretty good when they put it this way. Because I wasn't thinking long term, right? It's $18,000 now up front into their piggy bank, but think about 10 years from now. It's going to cost me so much more money by not having that experience, because then I'm not going to be the leader and husband I was meant to be. Because as a leader and a husband, you're always getting hit with hoses. So we need to learn how to defend ourselves and how to become a real man. And the only way to do that is by taking this 3-day course where you just get waterboarded and yelled at. And also the Zoom call is a nice cherry on top. Who doesn't want a monthly Zoom call with the boys, especially when they're as successful as these gentlemen here? Look at this star-studded cast of superstars. World champion athletes, special operation vets, world-class thought leaders, which, by the way, I love that term, a thought leader.
A thought leader? What? A world-class thought leader? Like what? Jordan Peterson? Like, yeah, like who? Like Joe Rogan? 8 to 9 figure generating entrepreneurs. Oh my fucking god. Oh, this is so great. Oh my god. I don't even know what to even say about this, bro. Holy shit. Dude, I don't even know what to say about this. Oh my god.
Success. I'm one of the best people in the world at thinking about being successful. You need to learn from my thoughts. I know it has a real definition, but it's still so fucking goofy that they advertise that here. And of course, 8 to 9 figure generating entrepreneurs. And also, the head honcho is going to share with you the same empire building strategies that he used to create multiple 7, 8, and 9 figure companies from the ground up. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the Krabby Patty secret formula even without investing the $18,000. Hopefully this doesn't get me sued. I imagine those galaxy brain lucrative strategies all revolved around taking advantage of desperate, vulnerable men that are willing to pay
Oh wow, really?
$18,000 to LARP as some kind of soldier for 3 days under the impression that it's somehow going to make them a better man or a...
And also, like, I mean, let's just not forget that this is literally just by proxy, like literally just by definition, a multi-level marketing scheme. Like, this is just straight up an MLM, dude. It's like, oh my god. Like, man, this is what happened when capitalism runs amok. I mean, not to throw that out there, I mean, but like, holy fuck. If we actually had, like, laws restricting just, like, unfettered, just, like, exploitative, like, capitalistic adventures like this, like, holy shit, these things would not exist. Like, straight the fuck up. Like, oh my god. And that's just, like, and that's just literally, like, you know, having, like, you know, a leash on capitalism policy shit right there. It's like, hey, don't be so exploitative. We're not even talking about abolishing it. We're just talking about, like, you know, hey, like, can we rein it in so this shit don't exist? Because it literally does not offer anything besides just, like, extorting funny money out of fucking vulnerable men, in this case. It's like the whole Tupperware multi-level marketing scheme when it came to, like, the housewives, you know, selling Tupperware and shit. At least for that back in the day, there was at least a product being offered. At least there was something, you know, fucking worth some value, even if it was kind of annoying and, yeah, an MLM scheme. But at least there was a fucking product being put forth. It's like, fuck. I mean, at least put something forth besides, like, doing a boot camp torture test.
Financially successful one. I'm just spitballing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to break the magician's code, but I think that's probably how he generates so much money, is by exploiting that desperation. These men are sadly the coin block, and he is Mario, constantly jumping up to pop a few extra coins out of there. He is selling to your insecurities, and you're buying in a big way. He's making a ton of money off of this shit. But you know what? Maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe he's got a good heart here, and the lessons at the MDK program are one of their big selling points. Your self-doubt and limiting beliefs, gain clarity in your life's work and purpose, heal from trauma that makes you feel broken and unworthy, and dig deep into your past to uncover the experiences holding you back.
And achieve greater levels of success in your life. It all starts with the 75-hour crucible. Dude, this guy looks like he got beaten up. And now he's on, like, you know, some weird, like, you know, 100-mile ruck or something. At least he doesn't have, like, the full-on ruck, but, I mean, goddamn. Yeah, I mean, you know, let's shatter that self-doubt and limiting beliefs by, like, you know, brutalizing this guy. You know what I'm saying? Gain clarity for life's work and... Oh, my God. Dude, this shit is just, like... Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, like, fucking LARPy shit if I've ever seen it, dude. Oh my God.
See how they help tap into that and help you heal from trauma, for starters.
Shut up! One more fucking word, you're gone! I'm not fucking around! Shut up! Stop rolling your fucking eyes! Stop asking for fucking electrolytes! And be a fucking man! I don't give a fuck what you do when you're home. You are not impressing me here with your little fucking machines and shit. You're good because you have all these fucking comforts. Shut the fuck up and be a team player and go fucking join your team. You say another fucking word, you're gone.
That just healed my trauma.
Damn. Yeah, let's heal that trauma by pushing more trauma on a person. Like, I mean, it's like, shut the fuck up! Quit rolling your eyes! Stop bitching that you need electrolytes! It's like, Jesus. Dude, not even, like, drill sergeants, you know, go that hardcore. And I've seen some videos about, like, drill sergeants going pretty hard and shit, but they're not like that. They're like, it's like, I mean, they'll usually, like, I mean, some hard-ass, you know, DSs will basically be like, you know, like, what, you think you're going to be able to give up now? Look at the rest of your team. You know, they're able to, you know, keep pushing and, you know, moving forward. They ain't crying for mama, and you know that you're better than that. You get the fuck up and you keep moving your team. Is that I want to hear who, that right, Private? You know, they'll yell shit like that, you know, like, I mean, it's like, it's kind of like, oh, fuck. You know, like, oh, shit, and it's kind of intense. But there's at least kind of a weird underlying, like, empowerment thing going on there, because they don't necessarily want to see you fail. They want to see you succeed. Like, I mean, a good drill sergeant will use that tensity, but use that as a way to kind of, like, bump you up and be like, yeah, that's right, Sergeant, hoorah! And fucking, like, get up and get that burst of energy and shit. Like, like, a good drill sergeant will do shit like that, while still being hard-ass and fucking intense, and having that same kind of, like, you know, energy like that. They'd be like, shut the fuck up! But the thing is, there's an empowerment thing. It's not this demeaning, like, I don't want to hear you bitching about electrolytes. One fucking word, you're gone. Fuck you, shut up! It's like, I mean... That's demeaning. Like, that's just gonna add legit more trauma and shit. I mean, it's like, like I said, at least, you know, when it comes to genuine military shit, like, a good DS would not do anything like that. I mean, and the thing is, like, there definitely are, like, you know, people like that, you know, in the military, you know, when in training boot camp that are kind of like that, and they are, like, generally, you know, not necessarily looked up upon very well at all. In fact, they tend to be pretty well known, you know, in, like, the kind of the, you know, like, scuttlebutt, you know, a lot of cadets and a lot of people, you know, and, you know, that are, like, you know, stationed at home and shit.
Witnessing that was worth every penny of the $18,000 to go there and get fucking yelled at for I don't know what. talking about some kind of machines. I don't know if this guy was building drones. He must be like Jimmy Neutron with all kinds of inventions that he's letting loose at the...
I'm assuming just because, like, he has a house and technology like TV, like, judging by his weird demeaning rant towards him, I'm assuming it has to do with, like, you know, oh, you're good because you have all these, you know, machine stuff. Like, I'm assuming, like you have these computers at home, like, you know, like TV and this and that. You have all the escapism with the, you know, with tech. I think that's what he's I don't fucking know. I mean, it was pretty much mostly out of context, but I'm assuming that. I got no clue. Which honestly, if he has like all those things, you know, wouldn't that mean he's kind of like, you know, a IT technician type of dude? So wouldn't he have like a pretty decent career? I'm assuming if he has enough money they'll just throw away for something like this. But like, I mean, he wouldn't have to like necessarily do anything with this shit to improve himself. I mean, at least when it comes to like career and life purpose shit, is kind of got that figured out. I would just assume there's probably other shit in his life that would probably, you know, maybe be the issue where this is why he probably feels like he needs to do this. And I feel bad for him on that, because, you know, he's just being demeaned for no reason, basically.
I don't know what he was getting yelled at, because it wasn't very clear. He just keeps telling him to shut up, even though the guy hasn't said a word or anything at all. He's just standing there, taking it.
Look at his shirt. Are we lying? Get water, Kowalski. Stop being a little girl.
The more you do it, the more you're gonna fucking get it.
Get the fuck down. It's water. You were just in the fucking ocean. This is fresh water. You grew up doing this as a kid.
What? I've never grown up just being in the middle of the cold, dark night, getting doused with fucking water. What? Huh? Yeah, you did this shit as a kid. You did push-ups in the middle of the night. Get doused in water, freezing. Yeah. What? Quit being a little girl, bitch. It's like, what the fuck is this, dude? Holy shit. Whoa, this is, honestly, I'm like, kind of taken aback by this, dude. What the fuck?
Everybody on your feet.
I don't know why they're so fixated on water. I think they just saw that in an action movie one time and were like, damn, we've got to integrate this into the program.
Actually, I think I know why. Because, I've seen some, like, documentaries and some videos of, like, you know, especially for, like, you know, U.S. Army Rangers and Navy SEALs and shit like that, and even Marines, and they do actually have, like, elements of their training where they don't do it like that, but they'll have, like, you know, water / like aquatic-based boot camp training and shit where, yeah, like, they'll be in uniform in their gear or, you know, and, like, you know, PT shorts like that, whatever the fuck, and, you know, be in a lot of water and shit like that, or, like, doing swimming exercises or doing different exercises, you know, in the water and shit like that. So it's like, I mean, and in the ocean, too. You know, so it's like, I mean, like, I'm assuming that's what they're trying to incorporate, but literally doing, like, a more torturous version of it. Like, I mean, I don't know what the fuck, like, these dudes, like, or who these dudes are, honestly. I'm assuming these might be, like, a bunch of vets that started this shit, just considering just, like, how they are. I mean, and if that's the case, then they're just, like, taking the utterly exact opposite approach of, like, you know, what generally is, like, what ought to be when it comes to, like, you know, proper training for this shit. I mean, because obviously they're certainly not qualified for any of it, and yet they're getting away doing this weird fucking MLM scheme and, like, basically doing, just torturing people, basically.
Like, half of the clips they showcase is just them spraying the people with hoses, and then, like, occasionally pseudo-waterboarding them. Imagine paying $18,000.
Just to be psychologically tortured for $18,000 for 3 days, and then you get a Zoom call once a month for, like, a year. Like, wow, great.
To get waterboarded. What an experience. And also, half of these videos just have them laying on the ground, either crawling around, or just getting sprayed with water, or having them get hit with waves in the ocean as they lay on the beach. Like, they are laying down more often than a vampire in a coffin. Like, what is this supposed to teach you? They just...
Yeah, that doesn't teach you anything. Dude, like, even what I was mentioning from earlier, like, the SEALs and, like, Marines and, like, you know, shit like that, like, they don't do that. Like, if they're doing, like, training out in the ocean and stuff, they're not doing shit like that. They'll, like, literally, like, drop you off in the ocean, you know, off a boat or something, and be like, all right, got your gear and stuff. get your team, get, the boat going and shit, and, like, go ashore and, like, act like you just did a landing operation or whatever the fuck. Like, like you're a squad, going in, doing a landing or something. Like, I mean, there's actual, like, exercises and things that they're being taught, you know what I mean? Like, broadly. It's not like, oh yeah, just like succumb to cold ass ocean waves and just like suffer to freeze and, grow strong or something. Shut up, girl. There. It's like, oh yeah, because that's gonna teach me a lot of shit. What the fuck is this, dude? Like, holy shit.
Forever. And we're also going to yell at you because fuck you, but thanks for the money. This is basically yeah. When the going gets tough, lay down and give up. And do it with a smile on your face and no money to your name. It all runs so counterintuitive to like this.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think he kind of nailed it right there because it is kind of what the fuck I'm feeling when it comes to like looking at this shit. It's like, oh yeah, here, we're going to sell you this idea how we're going to empower you and make you stronger, but we're literally are just going to make you learn how to just like lay down and take it and, basically just like do it with a smile on your face and just like suck it up, because that's what a man does. Which honestly, I think says a lot more about the dude who like concocted the idea in the first place and more about that motherfucker's trauma. And if he's doing shit like this, I'm assuming he probably is the vet and trying, which I don't think he is. I think he's intentionally doing it. And, to like incorporate this idea of like military training and kind of selling it that that's how it kind of is a little bit. And like essentially it's just like, I mean, yeah, like I think it has a lot to do with that guy's trauma, and I think he's just using this as an outlet and being like, oh, I'm gonna make other men have to learn how to deal with the trauma like I did, and the way to do that is just like make them suffer like I did, so fuck these guys. And that kind of creates a reciprocal cycle because a lot of these dudes are just either going to continue to feel this way or in fact even worse, and or spread that to other dudes potentially and basically have like more of a roster or have repeat people that keep coming back thinking, oh, I just need to do it again, so let me save up another 18k. It's like, Jesus Christ, this shit's fucking like in a way legit sad. It's like, fuck, dude. The roach is here to stay in your TV. You named it Henry. Well, I mean, eventually Henry might starve to death. So, I mean, I don't know if you can, like, squeeze in something for Henry to eat. But, I'm sure Henry's probably getting a lot of, like, I'm pretty sure it feels like, one of those, like, Jersey, white women, like, is in, like, the sunbathing, things or whatever the fuck. The tanning salon. Henry's just like in a permanent tanning salon now.
Of what a man is.
I mean, it is a roach, so, he can handle it. Henry's stupid. Yeah. Wait, roaches can survive a long time without food, too, so Henry's gonna be in there for a long time.
Like, it's just the guys behind this program who really have some kind of fetish for humiliating dudes that pay them or something. It's kind of like pay piggy behavior, but amplified. So they just bring these guys out who are desperate and wanting to better themselves, and they just degrade them and call it beneficial somehow. Hey, lay down, and then occasionally carry this block of wood on your back and, like, walk a mile or so. That does nothing. And they keep framing it like,
it's when we have to go fight another war. What happens when your wife or your kid...
Yeah, these guys are vets, and they're fucking weird hardcore nationalists and weirdos. Did you just fucking hear that? What happens when we have to fight another war? Like, he's basically saying that, like, oh, like... See, you have to, like, learn now, because if you go to real boot camp, you wouldn't stand a chance, because you're all a bunch of fucking girls and bitches. So we're gonna teach you how to be real men, because when this happens, you will never stand a chance. Unlike me, who served in Afghanistan and Iraq and Fallujah and saw shit, and I can't handle it and don't know how to fucking, handle my trauma and stuff, and fucking, like, having to, like, project it all to all of you. Am I saying this out loud? Don't listen to that. Shut up, or you're out. It's like, God, dude. Like, holy shit, man. I mean, it's like, this guy has some fucking hang-ups, man. Like, honestly, this dude is certainly, like, I mean, I know it's blurry, but you can kind of tell his eyes are gaunt as fuck. This guy is probably served in Iraq or some shit and probably saw some fucking shit, dude. And he doesn't know how to handle that trauma, so He's projected it on these dudes. I think, you know, Charlie might be a little wrong in saying this like some humiliating fetish type of thing. I don't think it is. I think it's like projection of his trauma and trying to put that on others. I mean, it's just like, because he served. I mean, I could kind of tell just based off of this whole thing. And like, he, I guess, thinks, you know, in order to try to like make men, you know, be stoic and learn how to process trauma in the way he did, which, well, he's not processing it in any healthy way at all. You know, he has to try to, like, you know, instill trauma in these dudes and learn how to just suck it up and just take it with a smile, basically, like he did. It really is kind of sad. It's like, fuck. I mean, it's like, this is kind of like a smaller subgenre of the manosphere with, like, these, like, hardcore, stoic, like, macho fucking vet dudes. Which, you know, in a lot of ways, like, I mean, there's probably some merit to, like, you know, some things that they might have seen or talked about and shit like that, but they always root it and, you know, just, like, bend it into this shit. And it's just because they, in a way, don't know how to handle their trauma properly, you know, in a healthy way, and this is just their fucking outlet. And at least for this guy, this is how he fucking projects it out in a way, and he's just taking advantage of people for it, too. I think he recognizes that in a way. Like, in a way, he's just, like, getting paid to have his own weird therapy session and abuse other dudes, essentially. I think that's kind of what's going on, and it's just fucked. Why do we have to? I mean, that's also another thing. It's like, why, too? It's like, you know, what happens when we have to fight no more? It's like, well, I'm not going to fucking partake in that. I'm going to protest against it. So, you know, fuck you. How about that? Like, I mean, that's just, you know, like, honestly, by this motherfucker's logic, that's just being as much of a man as, you know, going to fight for it. Because it takes some fucking balls to stand up against something like that, don't it? So it's just like, I mean, I don't know. It takes about you know, just as much of a heavy set of balls to fight for the war as much to fight against it. You know, be like, nah, fuck this shit. You know, so, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, I mean, by this dude's logic, I mean, it could go either way on that one. So it's just like, I mean, what the hell? I mean, maybe I don't want to fight in that shit. Maybe I'll protest against it if that happens. Because fuck that. I don't want to, like, fight some rich man's war. So, what if we just, so, what if, we just, you know, made it so there weren't any wars? Backhands! Shut up, bitch! How dare you! Now sit down on the beaches and, you know, 40-degree waves, you know, hit you in these shorts and t-shirt while you freeze and shiver. Slowly get hibernation. What, you bitch, Kowalski, you little girls? Shut the fuck up!
Have to go fight another war. What happens when your wife or your kid needs you?
What are you gonna do?
Well, if I'm off fighting a war, then I can't exactly attend to my kids or my wife, now can I, you fuckwit? Like, wait, what? It's like, what happens when, you know, your wife and kids need you? Well, you want me to go fucking fight off in another war, because what happens if we're in another war? So, wait, you can't, what? I think, oh, dude, that might be another thing right there. Oh, shit, you know what? Like, because, you know, it's kind of like the trope that, you know, like, the soldier's wife or girlfriend, you know, like, cheats while they're overseas stuff. I mean, it's kind of a stereotype or, like, a trope sometimes. Like, I mean, I'm wondering if he just kind of projected that a little bit. While he was overseas or something, his wife or girlfriend cheated on him or something. Dude, I wonder if he just projected some of that. Like, again, I feel like he's just projecting a lot of his trauma a little bit with this shit. I don't think PTSD makes for great parenting. It doesn't. I mean, the thing is, if you know how to properly treat it and you go to therapy and all that type of shit, I mean, it's like, you know, then it wouldn't be a problem. But, like, I mean, goddamn, if you're like that and it's untreated, then yes, it's dangerous and sometimes.
A war comes, what are you gonna do when a bad guy is about to kill your wife and son? Well, jinkies, zoinks, Scoob. With all the lessons I've learned at the MDK program, I'm just gonna lay down on the floor and wait for him to kill them, and then me. And I'll do it with a smile on my face and tell him thank you on the way out, I guess.
And then let them take all my money, because apparently that's what I'm being taught. Because honestly, with a lot of this shit that I've been seeing from the videos and clips, you know, that he showed, that's kind of the impression I get.
That's all you're fucking teaching. I had to mute this audio because it was copyright, but it's just the same old hoopla everyone's heard a million times. Your wife didn't marry a boy. She didn't want another son. She wanted a man. And to be a man, you gotta be confident, you gotta be capable, courageous. You have to have the ability to protect them by any means necessary. And of course, you've always got to be prepped for the worst case scenario.
And this guy is also digging his own grave, basically. Like, I mean, this is what it was mentioned from earlier. Bruh, dude, that is like some traumatic shit for, like, be like, oh, you know, your wife and kids don't love you because of this and that and this shit, because they think you need to be confident, but you're not, and this and that. Like, you know, you think they love you, but they don't. And you're just digging your own grave, being, bruh, dude, that is, what the fuck, dude? Like, holy shit, this is just insane. Like, I mean, is it, like, this is, like, honestly legit some psychological torture shit right here. This is, like, literally a psychological torture camp. Like, just legitimately. With a little, like, garnish of physical torture to boot. Because he did mention a little bit of waterboarding, apparently, that was happening. Or at least the equivalent of such, which he didn't really overtly show. So I'm assuming, I'm just going to take his word for it, what's going on. Which would be equivalent of physical torture. And in fact, I mean, like, Chris Hitchens way back in the day during the Iraq War, like in the early 2000s, he used to say, like, oh, it's not the equivalent of torture. And he decided, you know, because someone said, well, why don't you fucking do it then? He's like, all right, well, fine, I'll schedule it and do it. He did it, and he was like, oh, no, that's fucking torture. Fuck that. That was horrible. That was literally torture, and it's very traumatic. Not doing that again. And funny enough, fucking Sean Hannity also said the same thing, like, oh, it's not torture. Still says it's not, by the way. And it's like, and he also claimed, apparently, it's like, oh, I'll do it. You know, way back in, you know, the day too, like in, you know, around, I think a little bit shortly afterwards. And essentially, it's just like, you know, to this fucking day, he has never committed to actually, like, setting up a time to, you know, see if it actually is torture or not. Because Sean Hannity did say at one point, it's like, oh yeah, I'll go ahead and try it out, just see if it is or not, fine. And he never did. To this day, never fucking did it. Christopher Hitchens, you know, fucking did it. So, it's like, I mean, say what you want about his, like, advocacy of the Iraq War, but I will grant him this. He was at least genuinely, like, the most intelligent, you know, like, voice when it came to, like, advocating for that, even though I still disagreed with everything he had to say about that. I mean, for the most part, essentially. You know, like, I mean, at least he was, at least, you know, a coherent voice that I could at least think about and consider the positions on, outside of just like, oh, no, he's a bad guy, fuck that guy, Like, he at least had, like, a logical reason, you know, as to why he kind of advocated for it. But, I mean, yeah, I still disagreed with it nonetheless. But, I mean, regardless, I mean, everything about Hitchens is just fucking based regardless. I mean, outside of that, at least, you know, so... I mean, if anything, I just kind of respect that he wasn't just, like, a hardcore, like, just fuck them all. Like, he actually had legit, like, you know, reasoning, you know, for his stuff. And, you know, again, I don't agree with it, but... at least he was coherent and actually had, like, you know, reasoning, explained it, and, you know, obviously thought about it. Like, he was someone who actually, you know, thought about it on his own, too, and all this shit, so. I'll grant him that for sure. And when you're in the trenches and you meet your war buddy's eyes and your hands touch and your lips meet, this is when you'll have to face your inner demons. Sir, this is oddly specific.
The worst case scenario is draining $18,000 from the joint bank account to go behind your wife's back for a little 3-day excursion field trip with your boys, pretending that you're getting some kind of valuable lesson on being a real man. That is the last thing your wife is gonna want.
No shit. Honestly, I think your wife would be, like, less mad if you accidentally, like, wasted $18,000 at the casino. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think the wife would literally be less mad. She would still be very fucking mad. But I feel like there would at least be a few notches of, like, severity that would be taken out, you know, in comparison. If we're gonna compare that, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, dude.
He's saying all of this on top of footage where one of the students is digging his own grave. That's one of their, I don't even know what to call them, exercise?
Psychological torture and, you know, like, sessions, that's what they are?
Not an exercise. Playtime activities? I don't really know. But it's on their rubric, I guess, because they go out there and they dig their own grave. Here's footage from, like, a little documentary they made about it. And I'm going to have to admit to a mistake here. When I recorded it, I forgot to mute my mic, so as I'm watching it, you're going to hear me giggle a few times when one of the founders goes in and bestows upon us some sage wisdom.
Out there, fatigued, tired, exhausted, digging their own grave. They're laying down their body bag that we supply them. Going in it, we zip them up and we throw a few shovelfuls of dirt on top of it.
Oh my god! Wait, what the oh my god! Dude, they're burying them alive? And they zipped them up and... Oh, my fucking God. This... Dude... This is just fucking torture. Like, what are they doing? Oh my... Dude, I would freak the... I don't even know, bro. Like, I don't even know. If I had to, like, dig my own grave and then get zipped up in a body bag and then get, like, semi-buried alive in that, I would be fucking having a panic attack and probably, like, die of a heart attack, honestly. Like, my heart, like, legit would probably, like, freak out and burst and die. I'd beat the shit out. Dude, honestly, dude, that's the least of their concerns. Let's just put it that way. That would be the least of their goddamn concerns. They would look like Swiss cheese when I'm done. Let's just put it that way. Like, holy shit.
You start kind of going through a checklist.
Yeah, the first thing on that checklist should be never wasting money like this again. I've really...
Yeah, no shit. It's like, I'm never doing this again. This is insane. I'm like, oh my God, this is torture.
Fucked up with this. How does this help you be a man going into a body bag as they shovel dirt?
You know what? If these men that partook in this want to be real men, they would, like, all get together and sue the fuck out of these guys for, like, you know, legit, like, psychological torture and shit like that. Like, honestly, like, and damages. Like, they would, like, honestly, if these dudes were, you know, some real men or whatever the fuck, you know, they would get all together, you know, pool whatever money they do have left after wasting so much of it on this shit, and, like, sue for damages, like, psychological damages and shit, because I would. I mean, if I was retarded enough to do this and had the money, to which, like I said, I literally make about, like, $5,000 to $6,000 more a year than how much it costs to do this. It would cost basically, like, a yearly fucking salary for me, essentially. Like, I mean, it's like, bruh.
Everyone knows they're going to die at some point. This isn't some kind of enlightening, shocking experience that's going to be like this eureka moment where they turn their whole life around. They paid $18,000 to lay in a body bag as a bunch of goofballs dumped dirt on them. Yippee! Yee-haw!
And the thing I thought of was that dash that separates my birth date and my death date on my tombstone. And in fact, that dash is the only thing that matters. That dash...
What? Dude, it's just a tombstone, bro. And in fact, I've been to a lot of, like, you know, cemeteries and shit. Because, like, you know, during, like, Petapalooza during the summer here in Portland, a lot of bike rides, sometimes pit stops will legit be at some cemeteries and shit. And, at those, you know, and, like, I'll, you know, explore a lot of the, you know, gravestones and shit. Not all of them have that dash you're talking about there, buddy. Not all of them do. Sometimes they'll have, like, the birth year up here, and then just, you know, maybe some other shit, and then it'll be, like, you know, the death year, you know, and the date, you know, down below. Like, there wouldn't be any dash at all. It'll be, like, some other shit or something. I mean, it's, I mean, it's just like, bro... It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen someone spend money. I mean, dude, you know what? For real, dude. You know that weird, like, pink goo shit that one weird TikTok bitch or some shit tried to sell as her scam? That was not even FDA approved at all and, like, was done in her, like, house or something? And all that shit? Like, dude, not even that comes close to this shit. Not even close, dude. Like, yeah, dude, this really does take to take. And you know what? That whole, like, MGTOW, like... incel gauntlet that, you know, DFF might do, they have to look at this shit. They have to fucking do a, you know, like a little 30-minute cut with this shit specifically, dude. I'm not even kidding. This is, like, because it's within that broader sphere. I mean, because, holy fuck. This is some cringe and some just insane shit. And just, like, I'm just generally kind of taken aback by this, honestly. Spending this much money on some, quote, wisdom you could get from a fortune cookie? I mean, no shit. And, yeah, it's like the wisdom of being psychologically tortured and, like, you know, at least partially physically tortured and having more trauma dumped on your life. Yeah, great. Yeah, what wisdom.
Is the only thing that matters, because what you do between your birth date and your death date is the impact that you left, the significance.
No fucking shit, you retard. Like, oh my god, like, yeah, obviously while you're alive, that's when you have the most, quote, impact on the world, or whatever the fuck, you moron. Duh. But guess what? You know, most people in the world, you know, don't leave the biggest impact, you know, in the world. But you know what? They at least leave, you know, some sort of a remnant. Like, I mean, especially when it comes to people that might be, like, artists or, like, you know, engineers or, like, you know, assembly line work. Like, everybody leaves some sort of an impact in the world in one way, shape, or form. Even the ones that are, you know, basically unnamed to history, right? Like, I mean, you know, it's like when it came to the art, you know, like, when it comes to, like, you know, like the ancient times or whatever, like during the Renaissance or the medieval ages and shit, like, you know, when all, you know, when you had, like, you know, kings, you know, having their battles with all the soldiers and the peasantry, you know, and the, you know, being levied up to fight and all this shit. I mean, so, you know, there was, like, you know, people behind the scenes that made the weapons and all that shit, made the armor and stuff, like, you know, the nameless, you know, also who fought too, you know, it's like all these people that had an impact, but, you know, for all intents and purposes, for most people don't necessarily, you know their fucking name. I mean, but at the same time, there's plenty of people out there that have left impressionable, insane impacts, even if maybe in the moment they were just kind of more of just, like, you know, a national figure for the time, but end up transcending afterwards. You know, like you're saying, even like MLK. Regard Jesus, same line, depending on if you think it was a real person. Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, because, like, there's people after death that have way more significance in their life and shit. You know, it's like, granted, most people, like, you know, might have their most impact, you know, during their lives and shit, but what really, you know, kind of transcends that impact is after their death. And there's, yeah, and like you're saying, we of course we could go on, you know, from Shakespeare, Vince Van Gogh, Ellen Poe, H.P. Lovecraft, you know, various different music artists, you know, from, like, Pedro, you know, like the drummer from Dead Kennedys. He, you know, he's one name I remembering off the top of my head because, you know, he recently passed away. And, you know, or like, you know, or, I mean, just fucking anybody, right? I mean, or like, you know, fucking Mozart, or like Wagner, you know, or any of these, you know, artists from back in the day. You know, it's like that have been long dead, but have left a transcended, you know, impact on the world. That's just one person. People like Newton, people like Einstein, you know, scientists who have transcended time basically because of their innovations and the mark they've left in the world. Because of the things that they did via that dash, you know, that he's talking about, but because of those impacts have transcended beyond that. I mean, is that what, because, I mean, unless he's trying to imply that, I mean, what he's saying is fucking silly and ridiculous. I mean, I suppose it because the thing is, it's more nuanced than that. Like, of course, there's going to be plenty of people that don't necessarily leave a mark. I mean, in fact, there's a lot of people, especially way back in the day when modern medicine and science wasn't a thing yet. Like, most people died, you know, around the time they were shortly after born, or when they basically born. Like, there was a lot of people that died, you know, around the ages of, like, you know, between, like, you know, 2 to 10 years old. And, you know, for a lot of time of human history, if you're able to, like, get over that, like, first, like, 6 to 8 year hump, you're pretty much good. Like, you know, you would probably potentially live up to your, like, 30s or 40s. But if you know, but it was pretty common for a lot of people, you know, for a long time to die before they were, like, fucking hitting puberty and shit. Do you think those kids left a mark at all? Of course not. But, you know, but at the end of the day, or, you know, okay, maybe to be fair, maybe some might have. But, like, the thing is, like, they have far less time to do so, right? Like, and most of those kids died not when they're, like, you know, between, like, 6 or 8 or some shit. A lot of them died when they're, like, toddlers and shit. So it's like, I mean, this is a very, you know, especially due to things like diseases, you know, war, you know, all sorts of things. So it's just like, I mean, you know, like, granted, yeah. Like, I mean, it's more, I mean, because at the end of the day, it's so much more subjective. Like, I mean, most people's, like, mark on the world is just the fact that, hey, they had a name and they lived for, like, 2 years and died, you know, and then they're, you know, they happen to be part of, like, a somewhat significant family, so they had a tombstone, you know, to have their mark left in that way. Or, you know, or like a kid that, you know, might have lived to 13 or some shit, you know, helped, like, you know, his dad, you know, be the smith and shit, you know, made some really good artisan swords, this and that, but, you know, after his village got raided, you know, took up arms and wasn't trained yet, and tried to fight and died, you know, or some shit like that. You know, might end up being at least maybe a village, you know, folklore hero, maybe, you know, left his mark in that sense, but that will eventually, like, you know, fade away. and maybe even get blended into just other stories. So it's just like, I mean, because that happens all the time as well. Like, even, you know, people that might have left their mark, you know, like Gilgamesh, for example. Like, I mean, arguably Gilgamesh is like one of the most influential stories of human history, because like there's so many like tropes and, you know, themes and aspects and motifs and so many things that you can take from Gilgamesh that you can attribute to various different stories, you know, today and from all throughout human history. Like, it's one of those stories that kind of transcends its own. I mean, so it's like, I mean, you know, we'll never know the true origins of Gilgamesh necessarily, because even Gilgamesh itself was, you know, a passed down story that has been influenced and inspired by other stories before it. You know, so it's just like, you know, like, you know, despite not maybe even knowing who was the true origins of these things, they still left their mark. I mean, so it's just like, and really that's just all because like humanity broadly as a species, you know, leaves its mark, and we do leave our mark on the world. I mean, you know, some of us, you know, have very significant marks on the world, and some of us don't, you know, but that's fine. That's just a part of the human condition. You know, we're all out there making our mark nonetheless. I put my mark on the world. I mean, you are too, Rose. I mean, everybody is, just one way or another. I guess depending if they live long enough for it, I suppose. Because like I said, you know, there's a lot of people that don't live, you know, for super long. There's, you know, kids that only live for a few weeks or a couple years and stuff like that. So obviously, you know, like outside of these exceptions, obviously, but like Santa Claus, yeah, that too. And Santa Claus is inspiration for multiple different stories, and it's all, you know, really originally based on folklore, but a lot of the origins of Santa Claus, especially in pagan origins, came from a lot of the shamans, you know, that would, you know, basically leave a lot of gifts like mushrooms and things like that in the villages, and because like it was in the winter, and it was hard to obviously get in people's houses and shit when it's snowing in overnight, you know, the one way you would do so is through the chimney. So that's what they would do. I mean, you know, it was a pretty common tactic for them, you know, so that's kind of where at least the whole, like, going down the chimney and the Santa Claus element of things, at least in that way, kind of came into play. But to be fair, Christians kind of stole a lot of things from Nordic, Germanic pagans, you know, including things like that anyway, so, I mean, like, but nonetheless, I think that, you know, just regardless, just enforce that point at the end of the day. You know, it's like, whether you know, it's good, bad, right or wrong, or how you feel about it, or, you know, when it comes to the circumstances or the nuances of it all, like humanity, you know, in one way, shape, or form, always leaves its mark. And some people, you know, will have their name, you know, stand the test of time for it. But, you know, depending how far back you go, it gets a little foggier and foggier, and it gets more unknown. But that's just kind of the fun mystery about discovering our own past, too, when it comes to things like archaeology and, you know, or archaeology, and then, like, you know, discovering, you know, like, little bits and pieces of the puzzle about ourselves. We discovered this in the future and celebrate first uniquely irreverent view on how people of our time lived. Sure. I mean, hell, like, every now and then I'll share my stuff here and there, or occasionally, at least, like, when it comes to, like, you know, videos, you know, from, shows I've gone to. Like, on the Portland subreddit, I've shared a few of my live show videos over there, and so I'm sure there's a couple people from that subreddit that probably tuned in, shit like that. So there's just, like, you know, and you know, that's just, like, one tiny little thing about leaving a mark. In fact, I actually even made a whole rant about, you know, the whole, like, how, like, Portland subreddit, you know, kind of has, like, this more negative kind of outlook about Portland, and and when I was at that Volume Block party with all the punk shows and, you know, that were going on and shit over there, like off of 40th and Hawthorne, there was one band that played a song called Rose City Rocks, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take an opportunity to just kind of, like, maybe, like, you know, go on a little vent about, like, Portland, because I think oh shit, my Bluetooth died, but because I think, you know, it wasn't even, like, a couple days before that, there was, like, a few, like, just stupid, really negative stories, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to pop this out. And I actually think it got a relatively positive reception too and shit. I mean, I know the video that I posted, it got a lot of views and a lot of likes too, so I mean, I think honestly overall it did just broadly get general good reception, but I'm not gonna lie, I did not, like, I mean, you know, honestly, like, I mean, I didn't look back at that post ever since I posted it, so I actually don't know what the reception was. Got like 13,000 videos, mostly streams. Yeah, most of them are streams. Like, if you actually, like, separate my, like, videos specifically, they're way less. Way more than enough to train an AI. I mean, I've actually been kind of thinking about, like, you know, because my next thing I'm going to be doing is saving up for a PC at this point. And, like, specifically, like, because after all the, you know, like, that major splurge with Rob Zombie and everything, I'm like, after these other couple shows that I'm going on for the winter, everything else outside of that is just going to go straight to that. So, you know, like, because I want to definitely kind of start getting a little bit of an upgrades and shit, especially when I, you know, me kind of getting a little bit more apt to try to, like, hunt, you know, like, hunt down different folks to, like, get on the shows to chat up and shit. Definitely want to try to make a little bit of some upgrades. Like, legitimately, at this point, I'm just like, alright, want to switch the game just a tad. So I have a checklist and so on. Wait, what? Wait on. Assuming you have, wait, hold on. On subject where it takes Sam's job, you can keep the weight off you want in your army for me, versus self-effects and extreme weather consumption junk food. And assuming you have some sort of a space powers, it would take you 42 hours to deliver every present. Sam's mortal. Yeah, unless you take the Tim Allen, you know, Santa movie, like, premise of it. Because if you take that, then whoever kills Santa is technically Santa. So, you know, like, it's, I mean, like, at that point, I would just be like, shit. I mean, well, I would probably say yeah, but the thing is, though, as long as I have a checklist, that's only a little over 2 days of work every year. Yeah. And the thing is, like, in their special Santa just teleports the gifts. Yeah, maybe I could just, like, have the elves be like, hey, you know, on your off time, you know, like, you know, I'll grant you whatever fucking money and whatever you need. In fact, I'll even lobby, like, you know, the fucking European science organizations and American science organizations and international science groups to just, like, you know, research, you know, teleportation, you know, technology. And once we get that shit done, then we can retire the reindeer. I wouldn't be a horrible bastard and put them out like Old Yeller. I'll just let them, you know, free roam and do what they want. Or maybe just symbolically, you know, I'll just, like, you know, let them ride around and shit, you know, for the night, you know, stuff like that. I mean, you know, so, like, if anything, I'll kind of keep, you know, the reindeer, you know, having fun and doing their own thing and shit like that. You know, I don't want them to just, like, be bored out of their goddamn mind, because they're already like that for most of the time of the year anyway. Like, what are they fucking doing? Like, grazing on snow and tundra in Licton? Poor bastard's got nothing to do, so, you know, might as well at least, you know, still let him, you know, travel the world. It's just a hologram beaming in by UFO tech masquerading as their own satellites, beaming holographic visions to Santa going to everyone's houses. Whoa. Damn, Mornax just went, like, Alex Jones conspiratorial level, like, shit with this, and I'm all here for it. Like, oh my god, whoa. That's, like, the best version of Santa. Holy shit. Dude, I love it. Oh my god. Dude, bro, that should be a movie. It's just like, you know, like, I mean, it's like, in a world. Did you get the, like, the 1990s, early 2000s narrator for, you know, those, like, movie trailers? In a world where everyone thought that Santa was real. It's like, oh, look, there's Santa. And then he's just doing his thing, whatever. But then one man and one child broke the Matrix. And then, you know, it just shows them, you know, just like, you know, trying to fix their, like, you know, radar, you know, satellite dish or whatever the fuck, being like, all right, son, I think they should be able to fix our, you know, connection to the cable. And then, like, some lightning bolt hits and it's like, bzzz, and then it just, like, strikes up and, you know, the fucking, you know, into the, like, you know, orbit, hits a satellite and just, like, bzzz, and it shuts it down. And then out of nowhere, it's just like, you know, the Santa's just like, it goes down. The Santa ain't there no more. And it's like, then the revelation begins. Who killed Santa? Who replaced him with the hologram? Yeah, around Christmas. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. Oh my, dude. It could be like a crazy thriller. Like dude, we could just literally make like a 1990s style, like, thriller comedy out of this. Oh my god. I want it so bad. I mean, you couldn't really do it in 1990s style, but, dude, you do not know how bad I want to go back in time and actually make this a movie. Because, dude, you know that shit would slap, bro. Oh my god, it would. Holy shit. And I want it in like that 1990s, like 2000s era, like movie trailer. Like I want the narrator. We can AI generate his voice of the inner world. Like, dude, we gotta have it. We so badly need it. Like, holy shit. Speaking of Sand, did you know there's a sequel novel to the Vampire? What? Why my brain go there? To the Nightmare Before Christmas. Really? There's a sequel? I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really need one. I think it's fine the way it is. Like, what? Why does it need a sequel? Why is there a sequel? I mean, I guess it's a novel, so I suppose it's probably better. Like, I'm thinking sequel in movie terms. Like, so, I don't know. Is Nightmare During Christmas? The Nightmare Before New Year's? Like, yeah, wait, well, what? Yeah, like, I mean, like, because, I don't know. You can't really... It's called Long Live the Pumpkin Queen. I've actually listened to a reading of it on YouTube, narrated on this channel. Huh. I mean, is it actually good? Okay, this guy has a lot of gameplay videos. I'm assuming... Oh, here it is. Long Live the Pumpkin Queen? Huh. But I think the story is copyrighted, so there might not be up long. Oh, really? Damn. It's a lady narrator. Oh, this girl. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, Mornax. You're sending me a thing. Hold up. Here, I'll do this real quick. I am curious, though. What was it? What happened? Naval HQ ate it hard. The Naval HQ ate it hard. Wait, what happened here? Oh, actually, I was kind of meaning to go on public freakouts because there's actually kind of some crazy shit going on there anyway that I thought was interesting. So wait, what happened here? Ukraine double taps Russia's naval headquarters in Crimea. Oh, is it just like kind of, what is there counter? I've heard they're doing a counteroffensive, you know, so is it part of that? I mean, I don't even think it's loading. I don't even think it wants us to see it. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, shit. Well, if I was those civilians, I would fucking dip, dude. Damn. I mean, you saw that shit. Like, look at that. Hold on, one more time. Woo! Whoa, dude, it was too fast. Hold on. Right there. Oh my god, you could literally... Oh, dude, that's fucking crazy. Dude, that is crazy, dude. Man. Oh, fucking nuts. So down the end. Well, even then, it was really hard to fucking, like, you know, catch, but... Jeez. Look at these dudes freaking out. I was rolling in Crimea. It was a blast. Oh my god, wow, that fucking right off their humor. Several high-ranking Russian officers were killed and critically injured. Ukraine. Why did they? Okay. Why did they have a bunch of high-ranking officers just chilling in Crimea when they know that they would probably get yeeted? Like, they are, like, so close to the fucking front lines. Like, I mean, what did they fucking expect? I mean, even someone immediately said as a response, how did they not anticipate? Yeah, no shit. What they didn't dedicate one to protect their fleet HQ, though. We can guess their aptitudes. I'm assuming, like, their communication lines are just so fucked and just not, like... proper and shit, you know, in a sense, to where it's like, it just kind of seems like they half a sense just really don't know what they're doing. But I don't know. Just like, but damn though. Yeah. Let's check out what's going on at the public freak anyway. Punched at a concert? Uh-oh, what happened here? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Push me again? Wait, were you even pushed? No, no one pushed you. I literally did not see anyone push you. Dude, what is with that bitch? Dude, honestly, if it wasn't such a soft ballad, I would start a mosh pit and she would be like moshed out. Like, what the fuck was that about? Like, she's just, honestly, she had too many mimosas. She had too many, like, you know, overpriced mimosas at the bar, you know, before the show. Drunk as shit, and thinks people are, like, bumping into her. And also, by the way, it's a goddamn concert. Like, what you all freaking out over the fact that, like, you know, you're bumping into people? Like, it's a goddamn concert, okay? Like, dude, honestly, I don't know if I mentioned it, but, like, when I was at Rob Zombie, like, you know, at the very beginning of the show, I was kind of, like, you know, fucking kind of going hard and shit, you know, because I forgot what song they were playing initially. But I accidentally, like, you know, bumped into these two dudes that were just kind of, like, just sitting there like fucking stones that were just, like, you know, witness Medusa or something. And I bumped into one of them, and both of them were like, bro, chill the fuck out, man. And I just did this, like, fuck off, bro, whatever. You know, that's all I said, and they're just like, dude, just chill, man, God. And they just kind of gave me this look, and I'm just like, man, I'm like half tempted to start whooping ass, honestly. But if it wasn't in like the literal open and shit, like, cause it was like, man, like, you're all sitting there like stone cold, like fucking like statues, you know, like listening to Rob Zombie when it's like, like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, of course people are gonna be going hard. Like, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, good lord. I mean, you're lucky it ain't like a smaller venue, because I would be moshing the fuck out, and y'all would be fucking, you know, slammed down in the pit. I mean, it's like, what the fuck, dude? Gonna like next vid? Oh, I bet I would. Here, we'll look at these. I don't know if X or Twitter will allow. Yeah, I don't know if Twitter's gonna allow it. Hold on. I'll do this just to get. Oh, wait. Okay. The dog's been barking and scratching up our back door every night. Doing it for days, so I sat him. Last time I finished, sat back the back door. When you bark, capture this. Be very careful outside, because this does not look normal. Whoa! What the fuck? Oh, fuck. Dude. Fucking Christ. I honestly would actually shoot that. I wouldn't give a fuck. I would actually, looks like a pug. It looks like it's about to get shot. Like, I mean, oh my god. I don't want to look at that again. Never show me that again. Fuck, that was scary. I wasn't ready for that. Whatever mission was on, he succeeded. Rest in peace, bug that died on my boobs. Damn. That bug died. That bug died, you know, trying to achieve glory. And you know what? I salute you, sir. I salute you, my little bug friend. See, that's a friend. Probably like Link 3. Is your first date? Wait. Question for men only. Do men find this attractive in a woman? What the fuck? Oh my god! Jesus Christ. Well, weirdly enough, that's not as disturbing, but I'm also going to shoot the shit out of that. I also would shoot the fuck out of that. I'm just going to say that right now. Like, that also will be yeetest deletest. Yeetest deletest. Well, here, so you were saying there's another one. Wait, is this the vid? My family actually fought for this country Has yours fought for yours? Ours had died. Well, they weren't good enough. Wait, what? Is this it? What the fuck? Alright, I'm gonna immediately think that this chick is probably the one that's... the one being the Karen?
Because my fucking family actually did fight for that country. Has yours fought for yours?
Yeah.
Ours have died.
Oh, so
they weren't good enough.
Well, they weren't good enough.
Like, you guys were the ones that had to open it up and say, I have no fucking knowledge of anything.
Yeah.
You guys were the ones that brought up that I
Why are you here?
Why am I here? Because my boyfriend's Russian. That's why I'm here.
Why is one
Okay. Wait, so what is this all about? Is there, hold on, I want to see some content. Is there Toronto people gathered outside of where Ukrainian President Zelensky was supposed to arrive? These two stood silently in the crowd until the motorcade started yelling, "Fuck you." A lady in front of them asked why they came, and they said the girl's privileged to not know what the war is, which triggered this exchange. Okay, so they're basically fucking like pro-Russian weirdos. And you got this, you know, her boyfriend who's Russian, who's probably just like a fucking, you know, like, you know, basically a right-wing dipshit, you know, but just for Russia, basically. I mean, you know, he's probably just one of those fucking morons. So I guess Zelensky visited Toronto, I guess.
Something I need to do, and it's something I need to do with my friend.
Then why don't you go fight in the war then, bitch? Why are you over in Canada? Why don't you go to fucking Moscow, you know, and sign up and then go fucking fight in Ukraine then? I mean, if you want to stand up for your friends, then go pick up a fucking AK-101, bro. Pick up an AKM and go fucking fight for Russia and see how that works out for you. If you want to stand up for your buddies or whatever the fuck, you dipshit.
Start from apologizing, you know?
Man, these Canadians are too nice.
I would fix that up, bro.
Why are you looking at us? Yeah, why are you looking at my phone? You can work with this fly, you know?
I'm like 5 foot. Obviously, you know, you're so tall that your dick is basically like 5 feet, you know, so I'm obviously gonna be looking at it. What, fuck yeah,
Get around, buddy. Okay, let's get out.
Wait, what just happened? Oh, she just, like, you know, splattered drink all over him. The real victim of all this is the zipper on his jacket. I mean, kind of. Kind of looks like it's a little busted. Oh, there it is. If it breaks, it wasn't good enough. That was the spandex on her pants, but it seems the both are in peril. Hold the line better than Bean's Army ever did. Damn, fucking Reddit's fucking nailing it with that one, damn. Man, I always love Reddit's comments sometimes. Oh, there's a Ukraine thing you sent me. Okay. What about... Okay, there's an FSW thing, another NSFW thing, that's just great. Some in our link. What? Apparently, chicken. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Fighting over the right to keep chickens on Fort Myers Beach? Huh? What?
Hey, step the fuck back! Step the fuck back!
You do not be aggressive.
I'm on public property.
Step the fuck back! And then the wife is just like, hey, don't be aggressive. It's like, y'all are kind of immediately being aggressive, so okay.
So we're getting rid of the roosters and the chickens.
Whoa, hi, buddy.
That's fucking theft. You just took something that does not belong to you. What is that called?
So I've already gotten permission from Fort Myers Beach.
Where is it? Where is it?
He was here earlier.
He was feeding them.
No, I was just talking. So they've had numerous complaints on Fort Myers Beach.
Last time I checked, everybody liked them.
No, there's been numerous complaints.
There's been smacks that just eats that shit. Complaints. I mean, Yeah, maybe for you, buddy. Like, I mean, I kind of saw the shaking. I kind of, because I'm assuming these people had interactions before. And, you know, there were some lines that were crossed, obviously. I'm assuming this dude stole their chickens? They're, okay, like, I mean, I guess they're like, I mean, I guess people are okay with it, but, I mean, I think it would probably be better if they were like, you know, I don't know, enclosed, I suppose, but, I mean, whatever. People are fine with it, and, you know, in the neighborhood, people are fine with it. And that was also assault, so that was recorded, so you're definitely gonna have that sheriff come back and arrest your ass, so congratulations, you dumbass.
Hey! Hey!
Oh shit, something's happening off camera. Oh, there's a fight, oh shit!
You're crazy! No, you get off of him! You crazy! You are fucking nuts! You are nuts! Stop! Para!
What? I really want to know what the fuck is going on. We're only seeing this angle of the clouds, and this man is like, oh, well, I just gotta put my arms across my waist and just observe the situation. I'm not gonna step in at all for some dumb reason. I'm just gonna sit here.
Stop! Are you videoing? This guy threw the first punch.
Slim.
Calling 911. Yes, thank you. Para! Você é maluco!
Hey.
Tu maluco!
Slim.
Like, okay, what's kind of funny, there's been like this a Spanish couple that doesn't really know a lot of English, but I've been kind of like, in a way, kind of starting to learn a little bit more about it. I'm starting to kind of catch on. And at this point, I'm starting to really catch on to phrases, you know, in Spanish more often. And she just straight up is calling him fucking crazy. You are fucking crazy. You fucking crazy. It's like, oh my god, dude. Dude, I love this so much. Holy shit.
Okay,
Slim.
take your crazy motherfucking...
Slim. Come on.
This guy started it. He is the aggressor. His neighbor. Shit. You are a horrible human. You gonna hit me? No. You slapped that phone out of kid's hand.
Dude,
That's okay.
she just called her a horrible demon, bro.
You get your crazy...
Okay, Slim, let's go.
Get your... No, stop. Kyle, stop.
This is quite an angle.
Okay, Slim, let's go.
Is anyone gonna pick the phone up?
You're crazy!
Let's go. Okay,
Anyone picking the phone up at any point in this? Up right here.
Say goodbye, buddy. You're getting deported.
Okay, fuck you. Okay, what the fuck? Alright, I skip into that immediately happens. Okay, and now I kind of feel like you deserve the ass beating. Like, alright. Fuck, like, wait, and also, like, the dude's a white dude who, like, you know, smacked you first. So wait, like, how does that even make sense? You goddamn fucking yokel. Jesus Christ. I was kind of on your side up until I just, like, skipped ahead to that. Ugh. For my speech, it's a lot more to worry about than a few fucking chickens. Yeah, I mean, honestly, for real. I mean, no shit. Backyard hens are only permitted in a single family. Okay. Oh my god, of course, leave it to Reddit to literally research about this shit. You know, who gives a yeah, whatever. England, I don't get it. Yeah. I mean, which is... I mean, considering it's like... You know, it's like, you just shot me now, so you know, but you're gonna beat the heart now, I tell you what. It's like, oh my god. Just seems like, you know, he just, you know, was so tensed up, he just, you know, couldn't help but just be a racist chuckle fuck at that point. Oh yeah, fucking yeah. Wait, what the hell? 911 audio call from the homeowner when the F-35 pilot landed at his house? What? Wait. I heard about this story about this F-35 that, like, crashed in the ocean or something. Wait. So, like, the pilot, like, landed, What? Okay. 3 links. Alright, yeah, here, before we look at this, alright, fine, we'll this is a little dino friend. What do you have here? Guess one, but weirdly, he's the thing is secretly out of the snake cranked up and playing anything. So what is that thing? I mean, it's not as scary as the other thing from earlier, but I mean, still, what the hell? What is that? Yelped in front yard. I'm thoroughly freaked out by the noises. I'm going to be locking up my door. Dude, this is why you have things called guns. Like, I mean, you know what? Like, I mean, what the fuck? Bruh. He's got, like, a literal, like, crypto fucking demon creature. Update on... Wait, what? Update on the animal. I'm having garage sale. One of my neighbor's kids came out and saw a weird animal. Naturally, I seen it too. One of the kids made a drawing depict. Wait, what? Ah! Fuck! I didn't realize. Ah! What? So what the fuck is this thing? What is it? Holy shit, dude! Over storytelling, not Mr. There. Oh wait, what? Storytelling. Okay, so it's just. I honestly thought there was like some like Komodo dragon crypto like zoologist fucking like creature thing out there. That's like what? I'm like, oh shit.
I guess we got a pilot at our house and he says he got ejected. So he ejected from the thing. So we just see if we could get some ambulance, please.
I'm sorry, what happened?
Wait, that dispatcher was like, wait a minute, what? A pilot's at your door and ejected? Wait, what happened?
We got a pilot in the house. And I guess he landed in my backyard. We were trying to see if we could get a ambulance to the house, please.
Okay, so like, how, okay,
Dude, this dispatcher is legitimately confused. This dispatcher's like, okay, there's a pilot that ejected in your backyard. Wait, what? Dude, she's like, her brain is legitimately has like stopped working for a second.
the phone number that you're calling from? Okay, we're getting help on the way. Give me just a moment.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, sounds like, yeah. Huh.
Okay, are you with the patient now?
Yes.
Okay, how old is the patient?
We had a military jet crash. I'm the pilot. We need to get rescue rolling. I'm not sure where the airplane is. It would have crash landed somewhere. I ejected.
Okay, how far did he fall?
I was at 2,000 feet.
Okay, and what caused the fall?
Oh god, these dispatchers, man. I've seen enough true crime things and stuff where these dispatchers sometimes get really annoying. Like, I mean, he's a fighter pilot. What the fuck do you think? He ejected. The aircraft, like, had a failure. He even says it, like, and he ejected. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Like, I mean, oh my god, they get annoying sometimes. I get it, like, they are trying to gather as much info for, you know, the people on the scene, but it's one of those things where, again, I think it's self-explanatory.
An aircraft failure.
Okay. Okay, is there any serious bleeding?
Did it look like he was carrying or concealing a weapon? It's just like, I'm pretty sure he's a fighter pilot. I think he's gonna have like a sidearm potentially, you know, as a part of his like kit that he's wearing. So maybe, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I can't see myself. No, he looks fine. He's just so distracted.
What did the other person say?
I feel okay. My back just hurts.
Well, yeah, no shit, because you like ejected and you like landed on the ground with a parachute. Like, yeah, your back is gonna hurt from that.
Okay.
Has there been a report of an airplane crash?
I have not seen any come up yet. Okay, what part of the body was injured?
Ma'am, I'm a pilot in a military aircraft, and I eject.
Dude, even the pilot's getting a little frustrated with this. He's like, I'm in the military, and I ejected. I don't give a fuck about my condition. The plane's more important here a little bit. The back. Well, that too. But, I mean, yeah, like, holy shit. See what I mean? Like, oh my god, even the pilot's frustrated. He's like, ma'am, look, I'm a pilot in the military, and I ejected from my aircraft. Like, I think there's more prevalent information that is necessary here.
So, I just rode a parachute down to the ground. Can you please send an ambulance?
Yes, sir. Honestly,
I could tell the pirate, is very embarrassed, too. He's like, can you just please send an ambulance, and then I have to get the debrief, because I know I have to do a debrief after this, and it's gonna suck, and I'm gonna get yelled at, and blah, blah, like, you can tell that he's just, realizing in his mind that he's kind of fucked. I mean, because he's responsible for having a military aircraft, especially a newer one, crash and land in the ocean. It's like, oh man, I kind of feel bad for him, honestly.
they're on their way. I'm just required to ask these questions while they're en route.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be required so extensively. Maybe you could be a little bit more loose and laissez-faire about that. I don't know, lady. But, hey.
Thanks for watching.
Shut up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Dispatchers, call dispatchers to be like, okay, now, are you sure the shots you heard in your house were gunshots? Yes! Are they sure that the person in the gunshot wants to harm you? Hosts the phone to the door. Killer, I'm gonna find you and fucking shoot you, son of a bitch! Dispatcher, okay, but does he mean to kill or playfully kill you? Like, how would you kill the coworker who ate your sandwich? Fuck this, I'm jumping out the window. Yeah, I mean, for real, dude. It's just like how it feels like sometimes. I mean, like, for real, like, honestly, I'm not kidding. Like, if you look at, like, some true crime videos on YouTube and stuff that, will, like, show the dispatcher audio and stuff, it's the same shit almost every time. It's just, like, really annoying, like, questions that just feel really irrelevant to the situation in a sense. Especially for that. It's like, I'm pretty sure just the general sense that, yeah, military pilot ejected from the plane. His back hurts, but overall fine. His main concern is the jet. Maybe that should be your main concern. Is watching your jet. Yo, man, watch your jet. Hey, yo, man, watch your jet. Watch your jet. It's even hard for people to put on hold. You know who to be the worst at the job? Self-help people. Oh my god, no, for real. Holy shit. Wait, what the hell? Guy rage quits in Icelandic live TV? Wait, Iceland has rage moments? Dude. I mean, wait, so, like, people in Iceland have rage moments? I've been to Iceland, and, dude, people are way too fucking chill. Literally and figuratively, to be, like, raging out.
Bandaríska tenniskona sem vann 12 risamót í einlægleika á ferli sínum ber eftir nafnið sem við spyrjum og það tækjaskólinn.
King.
Það rétt svar.
Whoa, shit.
Hvað gangi?
You just smashed some shit. Oh.
Ég verð rólegur.
Well, oh.
Ég hugsa að við erum komin.
He's still smashing shit in the background. Oh shit.
Niðurstöðu í keppnina. Þannig ég hugsa að við
I have no idea what they're saying. But wow, yeah. Is there any context? Too small population has said. Oh, Uncle sticks through a tantrum again. Oh my god. Yep, it looks like our uncle slash cousin slash, granddad slash dad fucking threw a tantrum again. Son of a bitch. Source solicitor to game show history. Jeez. I mean, oh my god, for real, dude. And out of Iceland of all places. Like, damn. Are they just kind of like low-key, kind of like, pent up and just like, if you prod them the wrong way, they will just unleash Berserker mode? Population is around 3,700 and 125 fast for its biggest city, which is Reykjavik. Live in a small town of around 2,500 people, not in Iceland. And I know, And I was and always the impression that everyone knows everybody. I can't imagine being this person after this. I mean, no shit, dude. Imagine thinking that you live in a small town when the population is 2,500 or 200, 500. Yeah. Nah, bro, you're a villager. Damn, yeah. If you're in like a town of 2,500, yeah, you're just a straight villager. And what? Oh my God! Everyone's just talking about their small town life. Jesus Christ! I can already tell. Wait, so no one like? I guess I was hoping maybe there. Wait! What? Probably a Reddit mod. Yeah, he's like the r/Iceland Reddit mod, and he's like the most calmest Reddit mod too. Oh my lord. Oh my lord, wow. I was actually kind of surprised about that one, I will admit. Yeah, what other little fun things are going on here? It says repost, but I don't know if I've seen this one. Oh wait, no, I've seen this one. Yeah, wait, it's the shortened version. Wait, what? Have I seen this one? Dogbot Karen got owned. I've seen a few Dogbot Karen videos, so, I mean, they all look somewhat the same. In fact, I know there's a park in Portland that I've been to that pretty much looks damn near identical to this. I don't think it is in Portland. I mean, I'd actually be kind of shocked if it is, but, I mean, maybe. Look at all the puppos.
Fuck is your asshole name?
Well, damn. Well, excuse me, ma'am.
Fuck you, bitch!
My name is Fuck You, bitch! Dude, based old man. Dude, that got a cackle out of someone. Dude, fuck yeah. Oh my god, love it. Dude, I love it. Oh, I just want to hear that again.
You bitch!
That got a cackle out of someone. Dude, if I was there and I saw that, I would be cackling too. Oh my god. I think she just decided to shut up after she heard the cackle too. She's like, you know what? Never mind. She realized that she met her match. She couldn't like fucking, like she could not fucking even challenge that. There's no way you can challenge that one. Oh my god. That was good. That was a good one. Like it. Oh, another Karen. A Target. Man, why is Target like basically the Waffle House of like grocery stores besides Walmart? I guess it's not a grocery store. Well, retail store. You know what I meant. And it's in Atlanta. Of course, it's in fucking Atlanta. Hey, Rose, you got to answer for this one. You got to answer for your local Karen. Happy fall equinox, summer weather may be clinging on like nails on a wooden floor, but at least we're slowly coming out of it. God damn it, yeah, you're like, oh, here, let me put some hope out. And I show you this, and you're like, fucking hell. Shit. Why is like every Karen always basically say stupid ass bitch? Like, dude, every like video about a Karen who's just like, yo, shut the fuck up. Basically, it's always like stupid ass bitch is always like, the last thing that comes out. Like most Karens, at least these younger Karens, you got like different like age tier of Karens. The younger tier of Karens, and they vary from like, the young adult, from like, the Zoomers basically to like, Gen X millennial status, the younger Karens, she falls in this category. Like, most of them will always have, stupid ass bitch or dumbass bitch, like, they basically always have that as, like, their, their filler, like, their period to the sentence, essentially. It's like, I don't know if it's just a pattern I've noticed, but, I mean, I just feel like this is something I kind of, notice. Because then you get, like, the more middle-aged housewife suburbanite, Karens, and a lot of them are just kind of racist, crazy, psycho bitches. Like, I mean, for real. And then you get, like, the old ancient Karens, like the old grandma Karens and shit. And honestly, a lot of their Karen-ness is mostly just due to their age. Like, they're just, like, like, a lot of them are just kind of like, I'm just, I don't understand things, so how dare you trying to, whatever, I don't know. Like, just some shit like that, it's like, if anything, they probably should just, like, just predominantly maybe stay at home or something, and just let, like, the folks, do things for them and run their errands or whatever the hell, I don't know, just, it's probably better off like that, but they're just like, no, I can do things myself, fuck you, just like, just, like, I mean, you got different age, tier groups of Karens, but those younger tier groups of Karens, they always got, like, stupid-ass bitch or dumb-ass bitch when it comes to, like, saying something to somebody. Especially when it says, shut the fuck up. Like, they always have that stupid-ass bitch after that. Every fucking time. It's almost like clockwork. It's like, you can tell someone's a Karen when that happens. Bitch. And they basically say bitch like it's also a period, too.
Shut the fuck up! I'm over here minding my fucking business, and this bitch wanted his fucking mouth!
Well, evidently you're not minding your business because you are kind of slowly but surely getting in their face. I mean, like, if you're minding your business, you would just shut up. You would just leave it alone. Like, you would just leave it at that. Like, you would have your little moment, and then you would just, like, just say, just fuck off, just, like, leave it at that, and just, like, ignore it after a certain point. It's like, or, talk to, one of the employees and just vent off to them, be like, look, whatever the fuck, even if you're in the wrong, you can still, like, throw off to saying, like, oh, well, they were, telling me to mind my business, fuck off of me, and this and that, when they were, true on me, and this, and, but at least you're not making an overt fucking, like, scene and shit. I mean, but this is just fucking ridiculous. Like, I mean, good lord. This is why you be the fucking Karen. Like, I mean, if you just didn't do shit like this, no one would think you're a goddamn Karen, and, and the thing is, like, you probably got, like, lady, you probably just got a bad day going on, alright? That's probably what's going on. Most Karens, half the time, I mean, depending on what style of Karen, the subgenre of the Karenisms, like, there's various different flavors of Karen, and I suspect she's the flavor of Karen where she just got a bad day, someone pissed in her Cheerios, and now she's just taking it out on some people. Like, she's got that vibe going on. And, because of that, like, now she just wants to try to feel like she has a little control, so her day is just that much better, because she's like, yeah, I fucking nailed it, these bitches, whatever the fuck, and, like, whatever, it's like, obviously, your day was bad, but you don't have to take it out on everybody else. I mean, whether it's, like, other customers, or other, or the employees here, which, at least it looks like she's not taking her ire on them directly, but they kind of are getting a little, grazing, sidelining shots and shit because they're trying to, like, stop her from, like, interfering and getting in their face, whoever she's yelling at. Because I can't really tell. It seems like there's, like, 2 or 3 people that she could potentially be yelling at. I can tell this guy right here in front of her, in that, dark red shirt, I can tell that's at least a Target employee. But there's, like, this dude in a tank top. He's obviously a customer trying to, also interfere, be like, yo, just chill out. I mean, so, like, if you just weren't fucking making a scene, even if you did for a second, and just chilled out and be like, alright, and just, like, let it out there for a second, and then, like, even if they were still trying to egg you on or something, be like, hey, shut up and fuck off. I said my thing, I'm on my business, I mind yours. Dipshit. And then just, like, leave it at that, and just ignore it from there, no one would have paid any ire.
Get out the store, because if it was one of us, they just order sandwiches, right? So you gonna look at all of this.
What, bitch? I'm crazy. I'm crazy.
I mean, a little bit, because you are just not dropping it.
You started it.
I mean, honestly, did she, though? Or...
I love it.
And I'll tell you right now, I'll finish it.
You'll finish it? Is that a threat?
Don't tell me to shut up. You started it.
Get out the store.
I mean, dude, there's like other customers literally being like, yo, I'm trying to tell you to chill. And she'll say, don't tell me to shut up. And the dude's like, I'm telling you to chill. I'm not saying shut up, just chill. Like, you don't have to be going up to 11. Like, oh my God, man. Like, I don't get these Karens. Like, I get it. Your day's shit. You probably had a bad week, a bad month, or whatever the fuck. Shit ain't going your way. But like, oh my, dude, I hate it when these motherfuckers take it out on everybody else. Like, honestly, whenever I get frustrated, stressed out, whatever it's like, you know, in my own life, or whatever fucking, whether it's at work, or in public or some shit, it happens to be a little outburst, which is never, I'd be apologetic, be like, hey, I'm not trying to take it out on y'all and this and that. I got shit going on, you know, my bad, blah, 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 let out, let out the kettle a little bit, but I'll be alright, just seeing, a moment to cool down, blah, blah, blah. Like, I would be fucking apologetic if, some shit like, if for some reason or another I popped off like that. Like, I mean, I would, because I would realize, like, what am I doing? What the fuck? Just chill. Because the dude's right. I mean, you don't necessarily have to, like, shut up, just chill out. And if anything, just collect your thoughts and, because people will hear you out if you're like, hey, my bad, didn't mean to pop off or whatever the fuck. I mean, people will hear you out. Like, because I've seen plenty of people, whether they're customers or, like, just people out in the bars. I've seen this shit a lot where people pop off for a second, cool down for a second, chill out, and come back and be like, hey, my bad, I popped off and, I got shit going on, or, I just... whatever, this and that, I just didn't like this and that, and they talk it out and they chill and things are fine afterwards. It's like, most people do that. Like, I mean, like, the usual chill, cool down a little bit, and if they want to come back and try to address the situation, then they will, but at least they're a lot more cooler-headed at that point. I mean, this is why I don't get Karens sometimes, man. At least, like, certain subgenres of Karens. I mean, a lot of them I actually kind of do, like the racist Karens, like those, like, white suburbanite, Karen types and shit. Like, there's certain Karen types that I just, like, I kind of get why the way they are. But, I mean, these types, like, I don't understand it. I really don't. It's like, why? Why are you doing this? Like, you don't have a reason to be a Karen. You're just, like... angry at the world, and that's your justification to be a Karen. It's like the most saddest version of the Karen. It's like the most saddest Karen. It's like, come on. Like, I actually have pity for this, like, specific, subgroup of Karens. Like, I mean, because, like, man, I've seen a lot of these types, even in my own, like, workplace and shit, over the years. Like, I've seen these types, and it's like, man, I honestly, in a way, feel pity for them. Luckily, I've never had to really deal with, like, legit full-on Karens. Most Karens I usually talk about are these types. And they aren't even this extreme either. But this one is going off and, like, really being incessantly aggressive for no fucking reason.
Oh, wow.
Well, he is. See, now she's starting to take it out on everybody else. For no reason.
I'm right here. I don't got nothing. We can shut this whole shit down.
Shut this shit down, man. I don't give a fuck.
You think I don't have food here?
I don't care. Who are you talking to? When he started running the fucking mouth there, he first. Yes, they did.
You guys have a good day.
People ain't the fucking one, and I definitely fucking ain't.
Dude, these people are trying to, like, just go with the self-checkout now, and they're still having this... Oh my god, she's just out for blood, dude. Yeah, because you're probably got a better salad. What the fuck was that? I mean, yeah, dude, honestly, yeah, I think this validates my point. Dude, she's mad because her, work to life balance fucking sucks, which, hey, guess what, bitch, everyone does. Everyone's fucking work to life balance sucks. It's like, not, like, most people are, are living like the 30, K a year salary or less, like me. And probably like that, dude. Oh, and crazy, probably like you as well. I mean, it's like, come on, lady, really? That really kind of explains it a lot. I mean, good lord. That's just oof.
Have a great day, man.
Fuck my... Wait, what she said? Yeah, it got cut off. My lord, dude. Just, man... Someone pissed in her Cheerios for like a week straight. Like, man. Dude, man, just fucking Karens, bro. Don't get them sometimes. I mean, I kind of get that one, but I mean, you know, it's just because I think that last little quip that, you know, at the end there, the whole 30K a salary a year thing, I think that kind of like, you know, nailed a little bit of the projection of it all. I mean, I think that was kind of the linchpin of that. And I think also with that, the public freakout, at least, you know, section, I think will be all right. You know, we'll call good with that one. At least for the public freakouts, but we'll keep going. We'll look at some other shit. Bring in some autumn vibes. Someone asked you to choose pumpkin pie or sweet potato roll-up with this bad boy. What is this? Why did it, like, scroll, like, halfway down at the potato pumpkin pie recipe? A potato pumpkin pie recipe? What? What's going on with this? Sweet potato pumpkin pie is simple recipe that brings your traditional pumpkin pie up a notch of a creamy, rich texture and deep flavor profile. I think I'll keep this in mind. In fact, here, let me just see if should I bookmark this one? Ooh, look at that. It looks fluffy. It looks like fluffier, you know, than like a traditional pumpkin pie. Like a sweet potato pumpkin pie kind of has like a little like fluff to it. Ooh. Baked maple glazed pumpkin donuts. Okay, can we not make me like hungry for all the goodness? Like I'm, bro. How dare thee? Bruh. What the hell? Why are you doing this to me? What's up, bro? Damn. Too much goodness. Too much deliciousness. Here. I'm gonna go bathroom real quick, but then we'll see what other little things we can look at for tonight. I also can tell I'm ready for autumn weather because I've been wearing hoodies the last few days. I'm just ready for it. Ready for temperate weather. Hey, what's up, Zeus? Hey, little pop-pop. Little pop-pop. Whoa. Hey. What the fuck? Hey, Zeus. What? Hey, fuck off. Hey. What the fuck was that about, doggo? Hey, what was that about? What the hell? Is there something that you're... Oh my god, good lord. You're acting all strange now, so what is it? Alright, hold on. I'll figure this out. What? Damn, dog. What the fuck was your deal? Hey, man, you was fucking all like going nuts and shit. And well, at least I kind of took a little quick walk around the front yard, make sure there was nothing weird going on. But I'm pretty sure all he did was just hear a fucking rat. Because when I walked out, in the front yard a little bit, I was hearing scurrying in a bush. So I think that's what he heard, like, immediately when I came out, we came back in here, and he just freaked the fuck out because he probably heard the scurrying around the same time. Why do you have to do shit like that, bro? Gave me, like, a tiny stench of paranoia. I was like, is there, like, someone around or some shit? Because I did hear a little scruffling around, but I was just like, I'll walk around the front yard, and of course, fucking nothing. So, fucking goober. Now he's all excited. Now he wants to, like, play around and shit. It's like, oh my god, I don't know. What the fuck? Look at shit. Good lord, dude. Well, I think that just means that if he still's acting like this, in the next hour or two, I'll probably, just give him a little late night walk or something. Here. Let's see what fun little things we could look for this little section now. Oh, you fucking goober dog. Dog be a goober. Dog be a goober. Dog be a goober, a goober goober. You know what? I don't even recall seeing the Velma of the day today when it came to the onion nuggets. Even though I was there live, to see all that shit. I was not granted my Velma of the day yet. I pretty much, I'm like, like seeing these, well after the fact when it comes to the Velmas of the day, and I'm just like, I feel ashamed. I'm not there to, be able to, judge our excellent Velmas that are out there in the world. We must all appreciate every great Velma that's in the world.
Where's my fucking Velm? Let's make sure he gets.
Yeah, come on, TJ. Give us a Velma.
Jinkies, I lost my glasses again.
Oh, Jinkies! Oh shit, we got a skit going on this one. Hold up. Oh, Jinkies. Okay.
Fred? Daphne?
And sexism isn't isn't here to body shame her. Well, technically, he actually gets on me about body shaming, you know, or weirdly enough. Like, funny enough, Venom will, you know, like, has commented about these Velma of the days. It's like, I think it's a little objectifying that, you know, DFF does this. And I'm just like, these women do it themselves. Like, I mean, they just happen to be observing. I mean, like, you know what? I appreciate, you know, the cosplay. And I certainly am nailing the cosplay so far. Like, the Jinkies and lots of glasses. And, like, I mean, it's just like... Dude, this is like, I mean, TJ's been finding some S-tier quality Velmas. Like, this is, I'm been impressed the last few Onion Nuggets when it comes to Velma of the day.
Shaggy? Scooby? Have you seen my glasses? Ah, fuck it. I'm just gonna get contacts from Jinkies. I lost my glasses.
I said this video's from the wrong angle. It's not a big problem.
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
It really...
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of tell.
Like, could have used an angle shift.
A shift of the angle.
Don't see enough.
But,
acting.
I mean, those are some nice fucking thighs, from what you can see here. So.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is, she is, you know, making it observant when it comes to the thickness, you know, of Velma. And you know what? You know, even though she is, you know, in the position that she's in, I mean, you can tell. You know, you can tell that everything's all, you know, just excelente. Pen guy, what do you think?
Care, Paul. I don't know what that means. Get out of here. Go away. Yeah, this is a 180 degree.
Oh, you know, hold on. You know, like, weirdly enough, he kind of reminds me of a... You know, weirdly enough, it kind of reminds me of, like, a more nerdy version of J-Reg. You know J-Reg? Like that kind of like weird hyper meta irony political dude or whatever the fuck. I mean, like, it kind of reminds me of him in a weird way. Like if he decided to become full Velma mode. No, sorry. Well, I'm actually kind of surprised. He was kind of, you know, he's relatively popular a little bit. You know, and I can look him up. J-Reg. I didn't think it would pop this up. There we go. That's what I'm trying to see. This guy. It was the only male Velma cosplay you could find. Damn. Well, yeah, but it's this dude. Ranking modern day occupations. My first live show at Context. It's an honest political compass. How I cured my devoting yourself to something. He does like these things, and they're also not meant to be taken literally. Like, they're kind of ironic and quite strange, you know, but interesting nonetheless. But here, let me, there we go. So that's what he looks like right there in that thumbnail. Actually, here, maybe I can take the screen and expand that. Blah. So that kind of seem a little better. Wait, found another one? Oh shit, you did? Velma Genderbend. I don't know. You know, I feel like the first dude was a little better. But I'm digging it. I can vibe with it.
Time going on here. Some bullet time. Yeah. I want to see a bullet time of this. Yeah, actually, I want a full 360. I want a full...
Dude, the 360 view.
Yeah, they do some shit like that, then call me. But, you know, this...
Jeez, teasing. Wow. you check out the video, you motherfucker. Thank you for pulling that out of your ass.
I never knew that she was teasing.
Asked to write that comment. Hello.
Who would have thought?
G. Chase, Scobdy, and Paw.
Is that person okay?
Paw. Okay. What you doing there, Paw?
Is that person alright?
Pa.
Pa.
Velma legally blind, yeah.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean...
Why do you think she wears it? Is that... What? Oh my god, dude. I wasn't really paying attention to the chat on the Onion Nuggets, but oh my god, were they dumb today or something?
She can't see without them glasses. She's legally blind.
Yeah, I mean, like, if she drops her glasses and she's so fucking blind she can't even see where the fuck they are.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's a whole bit where she loses the glasses and she's, like, on her hands and knees trying to find them. I mean, it's... oh my god.
Blind, yeah.
How does that person not understand that?
Anyway. So, tonight's goals are some shit.
Fuck your goals, bitch. We achieved that shit. Oh, more Giuliani news. I'm always down for some Giuliani news. That's always fun. Wait, what am I doing? I can just literally click that. There we go. Probably too young to remember the show. Huh? Which show? Which one we're talking about? Because I might surprise you. I mean, granted, there's like kind of a weird selectiveness about what shows I have and haven't seen from like the older days and, you know, from my time and shit. So it's, I mean, but hey, Scooby-Doo. Oh, well, yeah, of course I've seen that. I mean, yeah, they had like, you know, there was like what was that name of the channel? Like, was it Cartoon Network or, because I know they had their versions of it, I think, but there was like another channel that was, that would have like reruns and old episodes of like things like the Flint's Boomerang. Yeah, it was Boomerang. Yeah, because they had, yeah, that was it. Yeah, because I watched the Boomerang channel too a lot, and especially for things like Scooby-Doo and Flintstones and shit like that. Yeah, so, yeah, I actually have grown up watching that shit because of Boomerang. So, yeah, Tom and Jerry was another thing I used to watch all the time because of that. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, see, Rose knows what's up. He knows what's up. See, Boomerang as a channel, like, it was what allowed kids like us to grow up with at least, you know, some good, awesome cartoons from back in the day. The good shit. Looney Tunes. Oh, yep, Looney Tunes. Oh, dude, yep. It took me a second to kind of remember it, but you brought it right back, because, yeah, dude, it had all the good classics. I mean, like, us, like, you know, like, millennials / like, you know, later age Zoomy kids and customers, like, we have to kind of give it a Boomerang, you know, when it comes to, like, having a little bit of the more older spirit when it comes to, like, enjoying, like, older media and stuff like that, like, from Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo, and shit. And, I mean, honestly, that's kind of why, like, so many, you know, corporations are just, like, you know, like, milk that nostalgia teat so much, because, you know, there's a lot of motherfucking people out there that will, you know, take advantage of by that. I mean, look at that Velma show in the first, you know, from the, you know, that they booted up in the first place. Like, that was just botched. It was, like, it only lasted, like, barely a season, and then it died, like, immediately afterwards. No one loved it. And the weird thing is, I think, you know, the whole, like, Black Velma thing probably would have worked, but I think it was just how they did the show. I think the initial mixed reaction before the show even was released probably would have been like, oh, this is actually good if they actually had some legit good story writing and stuff like that. That probably would have actually made it good. I thought someone in chat didn't say know the reference. Well, at least, okay, yeah, in his chat when, you know, somebody said, wait, why she, you know, can't see if, you know, blah, 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 you know, it's like, well, because she's legally blind, like, it's a whole bit.
Alright, well, it's time for some Giuliani news.
Okay, I think I misread what you were saying, but yep. I'll blame the fact that YouTube just has like a chat and can't have, like, you know, literal chit-chats.
Former Trump aide Cassidy Hutchinson claims Rudy Giuliani groped her on day of attack on the Capitol.
Oh my god! Really, Giuliani, you literal ghoul. Look at him! Oh Oh my god! This motherfucker was groping when that Jan 6 was going on. It's like, hey, sugar tits, let me have a little bit of that. It's like, oh my fucking god. This fucking sleazebag goofball fucking weirdo, dude. Dude, what is there to be said about Giuliani, bro? Like, this guy is just beyond absurd. He downright looks like a vampire now. I mean, he kind of looks like a, a vampire that's like Peter Griffin that had a, hand in the cookie jar moment. He has that weird, look on him a little bit, but yeah, you're kind of right. I don't know, I don't know why they decided to take that picture of him, because he kind of looks like, whatever, but they really should have made, that whole thing make him look like a fucking vampire, dude, because he literally does look like a vampire. I feel so bad for her, honestly. Like, this fucking goblin of a man groped her on Jan 6, man. Oh my god. I feel bad for laughing, but I kind of can't help but laugh. It's like, oh my god, what a freak, dude. What a goddamn menace, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, he's a genuine menace, dude. Like, goddamn. I'm sure the editor looked for a pic like that. Oh, I bet. Because, dude, honestly, I bet. I mean, because it still looks funny. Because he does look silly, in that picture, for sure. Fucking Paul.
I'm not laughing at her plight. I'm laughing at Rudy Giuliani running around like a drunken freak.
Groping people.
On January 6th.
Yeah, dude, on January 6th, he was just drunk and just like, oh, damn, oh, shit, look at all the crazy stuff that's going on. Fuck yeah, Lanny. Like, oh my, dude, just imagining this drunk fuck on Jan 6, bro. Dude, that's what makes it kind of funny. It's just like, because I'm sure he wasn't doing this all day, but like some point during his weird escapades that day, that's what he was doing. It's like, oh my god. I do feel bad for her for sure, 100%. Like, fuck this piece of goblin-ridden shit. But like, dude, he's just a goddamn, like, comic book in the making, dude. Like, he's just comical as fuck. Like, I mean, what do you even say about a son of a bitch like this besides just like how much of a comical, like, absurd, like, goofy-ass villain do you have to be, bro? Like, Jesus Christ. What an absurd, weird little goblin muffin. Like, Jesus Christ.
Come here. As the Capitol's being stormed, he's like, come here, fucking bitch.
You can play the video on this one. I did check it. It is actually about the subject matter.
I'm about to be the vice president of America for life, bitch. Get your fine ass titties
That's
over
probably
here.
It's only a revolution if you lose. It's only tyranny if you lose. If you win, I mean, all hail Giuliani.
He was probably all fucking high on power because he thought he was gonna be like Duke of America or something.
Dude, he probably honestly did. You know what? I guarantee you, he probably was like legit actually drunk, but also drunk on the idea of like, oh, this might work. Because a lot of these motherfuckers legit that day were thinking, oh, the patriots are, speaking out and calling the establishment for what it is, and blah, blah, blah. Like, a lot of these motherfuckers egged it on, like, immensely as it was happening. So it's just like, I mean, this dude probably legit at the point thought like, oh yeah, this is my work or something. So he was just kind of getting drunk on the power and like, try to, like, do the Trump tactic. Grab him by the pussy, basically. I mean, he tried to... I mean, he's known for this. Like, he's a literal, like, perverted menace. Like, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, like, only Weinstein could dream of having, like, the weird, like, ability to just get away with this shit. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, my God, this guy's a creep.
Hey, Hasley Hutchinson, come here.
Oh, God. I can only imagine that was actually what happened. Oh, no. I think Paul just channeled a little bit of the Giuliani himself. Like, oh, no. It channeled into his memory banks there with that one. Oh, God.
Hey, bitch.
Like a wolf?
I gotta tell you something.
Like a wolf? I mean, maybe like an old-ass 18-year-old drunken wolf, maybe, probably. Fucking God. Wow. Why does his drunk voice sound like Andy Dick? I mean, yeah, you know what? He does kind of sound like Andy Dick. All right, you know what? Are we sure that Paul ain't just channeling Andy Dick with this one?
Fucking idea on this.
Oh my god, they actually in the last Onion Nuggets looked at Andy Dick not too long ago, and oh my god, what he's been doing lately, like, I don't even know how to explain it. I honestly don't. It's just like these people just basically kind of like yoinked him essentially, and they've just like he's just been hanging out and kowtowing to these dudes who have a podcast, and it's beyond chaotic. It's genuinely beyond chaotic. Like, I don't know if it was the last Onion Nuggets, but I think it was like one of the Onion Nuggets last week where they checked that out, and dude, I don't even honestly know how to explain it. It honestly is genuinely kind of confusing. Should we get them to make a money pool? Who would die first, Andy Dick or Rudy? I think just due to the virtue of the age of Giuliani, I think Rudy. But there is such a strong likelihood that Andy Dick will just overdose and die of like heroin or some shit that he might he might croak first. So honestly, but you know what? Like half of the bloodstream of Andy Dick is basically drugs. So he kind of needs them to sustain himself and live. Fuck. He's like Ozzy Osbourne almost like that. He needs drugs to survive. Fuck. God, dude, oh man, now that I'm actually kind of breaking it down a little bit, you might need to get some legit scientific experts on this one. Legitimately, you might need some experts on this one. I don't know if I'm even qualified to answer this one. I think there's a lot of variables, on both ends. But Andy Dick in images, and I got very different search results. Oh god! Oh no! Oh man, I already know what it probably was. Oh god.
Because it's just too fucking good. And even the voice you just did is exactly the same voice you do for Andy Dick.
Oh, even TJ knows it. Hey, dude, TJ even called it out.
And that's why I think it's time to do an episode where we pit Andy Dick against fucking Rudy Giuliani to see who's more of a fuck up.
Yes! Fuck yes, TJ! Let's do it! Yes!
I mean, fuck yeah! One of them is a multimillionaire and one of them is broke as fuck and streaming in an RV. You know what I mean?
No shit, but you know what? They're both immense fuck-ups. They're just in different classes of fuck-uppery. Dude, yes. Fuck yes. Dude, I will be there for that. We will fucking stream and go full depth analysis on that bitch. I don't give a fuck. Yes, let's go.
But
hell yeah.
One, I don't know. I don't know how much longer that's gonna fucking last. But
oh my god, you don't, dude. Multimillionaires don't go fucking broke, dude.
You know what?
Yeah, I mean, so Giuliani, he ain't gonna go broke. I mean, Andy Dick, yeah, he probably would because he spends it all on drugs. But I mean, dude. I think that would be genuinely debatable because they're two different tiers of fucked up. One of them's a washout and the other one's, well, a millionaire washout. You know what I mean? One of them's got a bunch of money, has assets and shit that they can kind of fall back on. The other one doesn't have anything besides the crack in his pocket. So I mean, I don't know, there's two different tiers of fucked up. It's just that when you take the kind of class element out of it, who's more fucked up basically when it comes to when it comes to their life. And honestly, that is genuinely debatable. I think there's an actual debate to be had. And you know what? I think it might be Andy Dick. I'm willing to lean on Andy Dick honestly on this argument. Because, I mean, Giuliani actually had kind of a moment where he was America's mayor of New York and blah, 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 and all this other bullshit. He had kind of a moment where he was shining for a while, in America's eyes. I don't know if Andy Dick really had that, so I don't know. I'm leaning on Andy Dick on that. But, you know what? We need to break it down to the brass tacks. I mean, maybe my gut bias says Andy Dick, but maybe when you break it all down, maybe fucking Giuliani might be more of a fuck up. And all things considered, he might. I mean, especially the whole Jan 6 shit, the oil leak, him literally farting at the cord thing or whatever, you can literally audibly hear it and all this other shit. I mean, I don't know, man. It's debatable. That shit is actually, I think, can be, like, quantified down and, like, debated and, actually see, but I don't know, if I can, have the answer now, but if they did that episode, oh my fucking god, I would be there for it. They better make it a public episode. If they do not make that public, I would be very mentally upset. They have to have that, like, available for everybody. Like, we need to know. The whole world needs to know.
Andy, I think we just figured out how to save your fucking career.
It's called failing upwards versus failing downwards. Yes. Dude, yeah, that's pretty much, because it pretty much is. Like, you have Giuliani who fails upwards, and you have Andy Dick that fails downwards. So, yeah, that totally works. Yep, yeah. Perfect.
You just got to start saying, like, things that right-wingers think are based, and you're
he's already kind of doing that. Those streamers that he hangs out with and shit are all edgelords.
There you go.
Dude, and he just can't keep it together to actually do a show. That's his problem. So.
Yeah.
Closing in on it.
I will admit, I think Giuliani probably could maybe hold down a podcast. Like, if you had a show with, like, a few weirdo, like, right-wing dipshits and edgelords, I guarantee you he could at least hold down a show. Any dick can't at all. He has to kind of, like, rely on everyone else in hopes to do that shit.
Pray, unquote.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Closing in on its prey, unquote.
What?
Have fun to grow up your tits.
Like a roof. Against his predates. Like, what is that description, dude?
Oh, Rudy.
You bastard, Rudy.
Your to me.
I will be Duke of America.
I shall be the vampire, the Duke of America. And be grown up in all the titties. It's like, oh god, no, please fuck off.
Lawyer Rudy Giuliani approaching her and groping her on January 6, 2021. The shocking allegation is made in...
I'm not shocked.
Okay, why does she literally look like fucking Mona Lisa in this fucking book? And why am I not surprised she's selling a book? Look, I get it. Like, I mean, what happened to you was fucked up as shit. With what just the vampiric ghoul did to you? I mean, I wouldn't wish that on even my worst enemy, honestly. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with that. I wouldn't even wish that on Lauren Bobbitt. Like, not at all. Like, and I know how much of a sultry fucking witch she is. So, I mean, so it's like, I wouldn't even wish that on her. But, like, they have to sell a book where you look like a modernized depiction of the Mona Lisa or something. I mean, like, really?
Shocking to who?
The allegation did.
These cash-in books that every little fucking political person writes.
Enough.
Dude, I mean, dude, for real. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I don't, like, is it literally just as a way to, like, raise money or something? Like, why? Why do all these people, like, write books? Like, I get it. Books are cool, and I like writing them and stuff. I mean, I've written short stories and shit, and, I mean, hell, I'd be down to write a full-fledged fucking book and shit, I'd actually kind of ping-ponged the idea, ping-ponged the idea a little bit. But, I mean, like... I mean, to kind of tie it into, like, some politically advantageous thing or something, even if it's genuinely meritable, I mean, it's like, really, it kind of downplays, like, the actual merit of the, like, claims and shit, doesn't it? I mean, at least in my opinion, I would think. Because it just, to, some people on the surface, they'll look at it and be like, oh, this is just, like, some cash grab this bitch doing. Even though, I'm willing to just straight on the surface level value that is Rudy Giuliani. Like, I'm just willing to believe her on that one. I mean, it's fucking Giuliani, bro. I mean, it's like, come on. I mean, that guy's a fucking perverted menace, okay? Like, I mean, I'm willing to believe that shit. But, like, I mean, to tie it into selling a book, I mean, it kind of downplays that, in my opinion. I mean, you know, like, not to say that it's illegitimate. I just think it kind of downplays the severity of the whole issue. I mean, well, I think Giuliani himself kind of downplays it, just its fact that he's just a fucking comical, weird mutant. But, I mean, either way, it's just, this is absurd in so many levels.
Like
why
wasn't
he had the job?
Yeah, why wasn't it enough when you were helping Trump out while he was fomenting a revolution on the Capitol? You know what I mean? Like, it's enough now. Wasn't enough then when it mattered.
I mean, no shit. That's why it kind of downplays it. Like, because, yeah, like, I mean, I like, no one should be groped by the ghoul. But, I mean, at the same time, like, I mean, you were there, like, in every step up until the last second, at least in some part of it. You know, the reason why you decided to switch sides was because of this. Which just seems like, you know, such kind of a self-serving fucking thing. And I think kind of, you know, adds on to the whole element of it being downplayed. Like, I still feel bad for her on that, but, like, considering that, you know, at the end of the day, she's still, like, a, you know, piece of the chess game of trying to foment a fucking fascist revolution in America for Trump and shit. Like, I mean, like, I don't exactly have that much respect points for her, especially considering she's trying to sell a fucking book off of it, where she's like, enough. It's like, yeah, but it wasn't enough when you know, should have held the line, you know, the most. So, I mean, there's a few things about you where you could just, yeah, go fuck yourself with, but, I mean, still.
Lazy ass, put that shit together in fucking 2 minutes. Cover. This
that is
piece of, like, this is the.
It literally just looks like some like corporate modernization like template of like the Mona Lisa or something. It's like, here we have, you know, made a more modern business suit for the Mona Lisa. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. It's like, what is this? It's so like, it just looks like they took a portrait and, like, someone, like, you know, did some artistic Photoshop. Didn't even paint it as, like, you know, looking at it and then painting over it. They literally just, like, take some, like, you know, edits to where it makes it look like it was painted, but it wasn't. They just took a regular portrait shot and just, like, shopped it enough to where it looks like it was painted.
Fucking book cover.
I mean, it just looks so... It literally does look like, you know, just wrote and just like kind of plastered together and very corporatized and just, you know, just kind of sloppily put together.
Gold cover.
Definitely.
A headshot of you and some shitty font.
It's just poorly done.
It's like almost Times New Roman or some shit. I don't even.
Let's roll out Arial. Yeah, some Arial font.
I think it is Times New Roman. Okay, it's not, but it almost is. I think it's Arial font. Yeah, I think Scotty's right. That's Arial font. It's just like some generic ass Arial font, bro. Like, what, you can't make a custom font or something? Oh my god.
Like, it looks like a fucking poorly lit old camera phone photo, too. It's like
it kind of does.
Like a terrible picture.
No, it sucks balls.
New book, Enough, which comes out next Tuesday.
Enough.
The quotes were first reported by the Guardian newspaper and confirmed to CNN. The former top White House aide turned star witness in the January 6 hearings writes in her book, according to the Guardian.
I guarantee you the reason why she's star witness is because she flipped. Like, she didn't want to, like, get prosecuted and, like, you know, be caught, you know, being complicit with all the whole thing. So she's like, all right, I'll cooperate and be a witness and do all this and that, blah, blah, blah. As long as you don't, you know, hit me with anything. Like, I mean, I guarantee you that's, like, what happened, for sure. I mean, I still believe the Giuliani, you know, claim, for sure, but, I mean, you know, like, it does kind of put a lot of her credibility into question, you know, considering the whole book thing, and she was, you know, implicit and, you know, very complicit with a lot of the whole Jansen shit in the first place, up until the last second where she had to make a book where she had enough. Enough.
Before Trump spoke on January 6th in front of his supporters at that rally, and before his supporters marched on, and many of whom then attacked Congress, Trump's lawyer, Giuliani...
Okay, that's I mean, like, no actual congressperson got attacked. Thank fuck, I mean, to be frank. I mean, because, like, I mean, as much as I hate Congress anyway, but, like, I mean, for fuck's sake, like, I mean, they weren't... but oh my god, that's slightly a little exaggerated. Like, Congress itself was not attacked. Like, I mean, the building and the Capitol obviously was, but like the individuals obviously being the subject to the attack and meant to be the targets. None of them were like hit with bats or anything. So I mean, whatever. I guess it's a little semantic.
Cassidy Hutchinson backstage, quote, Rudy wraps one arm around my body, closing the space that was separating us. I lower my eyes and watch his free hand reach for the hem of my blazer. By the way, he says, fingering the fabric, I'm loving this leather jacket on you.
Oh, God. Oh, no. The way that, even though, like, Jake Tapper or, like, Tap Jaker is just, like, corporate, like, blankly, like, describing this and reading it, it's, like, I still feel like the Giuliani vampiric creep feeling, in it all. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ, fuck.
His hand slips under my blazer, then my skirt. She writes,
dude, he did the Trump thing. He literally tried to grab him by the... Oh, my God. Dude, what a fucking menace.
I feel his frozen fingers...
Oh, Jesus! Frozen fingers! Oh, God! Dude, what a description. It's so simple, but that is so disturbing. I want to wash myself now. I want to take a shower just hearing that. Frozen finger. Oh my God.
My thigh.
He's a vampire. Dude, he really is. He's a fucking vampiric ghoul. Ugh. Oh my God. This actually is fucking creepy.
Of his eyes look jaundiced. My eyes to John Eastman, who flashes a leering grin.
Oh God, dude, Giuliani has like a weird cuck in the corner just leering on him with a grin. Oh my God, this is so fucked up. Oh my God. What the fuck, man? Oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, she's still like a reprehensible piece of shit, but like, I mean, good Lord though. Like, I mean, like, this is still fucked up. Like, holy shit.
What is this? My muscles and recoil.
Oh my God.
Grip.
What is this?
Oh my God.
What is going on?
Her book set on Amazon's top 100 books is number 27, so I think this is going to drive sales up.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
His icy frozen fingers.
His jaundiced eyes.
Jaundiced eyes, bro. Oh my God.
Who's just like a leering grinner off in the yeah, get a boob, Giuliani. Yeah, grab a titty. All right, man. Good stuff.
Fucking weirdo, dude.
Good stuff.
Filled with rage, I storm through the tent on yet another quest for Mark.
Another quest?
The White House chief.
Wait, what the hell? Did we just like revert back to like some D&D like fantasy realm or something? Wait, a quest? We're all buckled on a quest after. What? Oh my God! What in the fuck? Is this really in the book? This is in the book. This is what in the fuck? I don't get it, dude. I don't understand this.
And Cassidy Hutchinson's boss. The Guardian newspaper.
Yeah, this seems like a fucking book called like Raped by a Vampire or some shit,
Vampiric lust of the ghoul, dude. Oh my God.
The America's Mayor episode shouldn't be a gauntlet, but maybe an old school episode that gives us our... Well, we've already explained why we can't even do it.
Because of this.
By the time we make it, he'll have done 20 new fucking things for it. Like, I don't even know. Like, you could just have a whole channel just devoted to, like, chronicling Giuliani. Like, there should just be a fucking YouTube channel called The Giuliani Chronicles.
The Giuliani Chronicles!
You can fucking do it, man.
Fuck yes.
Says that the book
100%.
describes Hutchinson's experiences leading up.
Experience anger, bewilderment, and creeping sense of dread that something really horrible is going to happen. It's Jan 6. You fucking think you... Oh, my God. Bruh. What, like...
January 6th, as she, quote, experienced anger, bewilderment, and a creeping sense of dread that something really horrible was going to happen.
So this is basically just like retconning fucking history to make yourself the good guy in this fucking situation.
Yeah. She's running around doing dirty fucking work for all these people that were, you know, trying to fucking overthrow democracy or whatever. And now...
And now she decided to have a turn and leave.
It was, dude.
It's like, oh my God, and I knew it was bad, and I was trying to stop it from within.
Even though I was really complicit with it until the last second after I was grabbed or something, yeah. It's like, man, like, it really does kind of downplay the whole incident, I think. It's still fucked up, again, and Giuliani should be fucked every 1,000 wait till Sunday. Like, I mean, because he's a vampire ghoul demon. But, like, I mean, still, dude, I mean, come on.
Yeah, Rudy was literally groping me.
It was ridiculous.
Please, Rudy, stop it. Stop Donald.
Published in The Guardian. Ted Goodman, a political advisor to Mayor Giuliani, issued a statement.
Dude, he looks like a fucking weird, like... Dude, he just looks like a weird little ghoulish worm, bro. Like, I mean, what the hell? I mean, I love Danny DeVito, but, like, he should, like, play, like, Rudy Giuliani in, like, some biopic. Or, like, a multi-series biopic or something. Because, like, I mean, like, he could easily, like, make a comedic, mocking character of Giuliani, and it would work so well. Because, I mean, there needs to be, like, you know, some mockumentary, like, biopic of Rudy Giuliani, and... Danny DeVito should definitely be the one to star in it, you know, because, oh my God, that would be great. I would love to, you know, see Danny DeVito just make a utter mockery of this son of a bitch, you know, in some mockumentary series, dude. Oh my God, that'd be great.
Afternoon, saying, quote, it's fair to ask Cassidy Hutchinson why she is just now coming out with these allegations from 2.5 years ago as part of the marketing campaign for her upcoming...
Rudy, I mean... You would know, bro. Like, you're one to talk, you fucking disturbed, perverted menace of society.
People could pull this like, it's for a book tour. I mean, look, admittedly it is. But Rudy cannot die in this hill. This is the same guy that was like, he thought he was going to get a blowjob in Borat 2 and was literally pulling his fucking pants down. Like, you've literally been caught with your pants down a number of times. You can't pull this like, it's for a book tour. Like,
yeah, no 100%
shit. Believe Rudy did this shit. This is exactly what Rudy does with women. That's exactly what he expects from a lot of women around him.
I mean, book release. This is a disgusting lie against Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah, bullshit, bitch. A fucking lie. Oh man, bold coming from the ghoul himself.
A man whose distinguished career in public service includes taking down the mafia.
Yeah, what has Rudy done? Fucking
taking down the mafia to usurp his own mafia. Oh my God, dude, this is comical. Holy shit.
Oh, just try to destroy democracy. Yeah, just that. I mean, come on, dude.
Man, this guy did some stuff like 20 to 30 fucking years ago and
he
stuff.
He took down the mafia. He cleaned up New York City, which, I mean, that's debatable. I mean, all those things are debatable. I'm sure the mafia still exists. I mean, New York City
if anything, I'm pretty sure Rudy Giuliani probably worked with the mafia. It does still.
It comforted the nation following September 11th. Wow.
Dude was America's mayor. Yeah.
Comforting the nation following September 11th.
Comfort me, dude. It sounds like... I don't think I would want Rudy to comfort me, personally. It sounds like we know how Rudy comforts you. He puts his hand on his icy fingers on your thigh and is like, it's gonna be fine, guys.
It will be okay.
For former Trump attorney John...
I am Giuliani. It'll be all okay on my hands.
And also responded, they said, quote, Dr. Eastman categorically denies the allegation.
That dude was leering, you don't say.
Ms. Hutchinson apparently attributes to Mayor Giuliani in her forthcoming book, or that he flashed a leering smile at Ms. Hutchinson at that time or at any time.
I did not flash a leering smile. I mean, how would he characterize it then? Does he have some different characterization of his leering smile?
It was more of a knowing. It was a knowing smile.
It was not leering. It was a knowing, tongue-in-cheek, little Joshy, satirical smile of, sarcasm. Yes.
Body. and undressed her with his eyes. Okay.
The smile I gave her as her tit was being groped, I would categorize as more reassuring. Encouraging smile of like, yes, let yourself be groped. It was not leering in any way, and I object to the categorization of the smile as leering.
Leering.
Having met Miss Hutchinson and didn't even know who she was until her public.
Dude, this shit. I don't know why this is tickling me so bad.
Dude, it tickles me too, dude.
Just the thought of Giuliani's cold, fucking old, damp hands on somebody's skirt while another fucking guy leers.
Rudy is a creature. That's an insult to creatures.
It's just like it's straight out of a horror movie.
It really is. Oh my god.
Because like
fucking insane.
I like play the score to the Francis Ford Coppola Dracula as Rudy comes in.
Leering. A dude fucking on the sidelines leering. Oh my god, bro. This is just. What kind of hive of scum and villainy have we fucking installed in Washington?
I don't know, bro. Like, what the fuck? Dude. Dude, the scum and villainy of America just never ceases to amaze me. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude.
What?
As much as I feel comfortable playing to that, yeah.
Oh, God.
Testimony before the select committee.
What the hell? Oh, my... Oh, fuck, bro.
Representatives in June 2022, unquote. The lawyers also said that Eastman is considering suing, quote,
Dude, you know what's fucking crazy? I forgot it was this guy reading this, and in my mind it was Anderson Cooper, and I couldn't even fucking really tell.
Oh my god, you know what? Dude, he's so right. Dude, they have the same voice. Tap Jaker and Anderson Blooper. Glanderson Blooper and Tap Jaker have the same fucking voice. Oh my god.
Is it
There really
Tapperson, Cooper, Jake?
Glanderson, Jake, Tapperson, Cooper.
Oh, no, it's Anderson Cooper. No, it's not. It's Jake Tapper.
Yeah, he was just comforting her titty. Her titty seemed scared. He was just trying to reassure it, you know? He's a good man. He's America's mayor.
It is gonna be safe. I swear it.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I really don't even ever get why you were America's mayor, quote unquote, but like that day is done.
That day has been long gone. As far as I give a fuck, Mark Gamba, my mayor, is America's mayor as far as I give a shit. Maybe more obscure and not well known at all, but you know what? I don't give a fuck.
No more.
He's my America's mayor. Fucking weird ghoul.
Oh my god, man.
I never leer. It's almost like he's offended because he's like, look, normally when I see someone getting groped, I just look straight on. It doesn't affect me. I'm like,
How can you say my smile was leering? Like, come on.
It wasn't leering. It was just a very menacing, perverted, knowing smile of abject, exploitation of a woman. I mean, come on now.
That's rude.
I would describe myself as submissive, not leering.
Out of the room.
My courage.
Anyway.
Fucking God. Oh, my Lord. I mean, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck, dude? Ay. The absurdity of just Giuliani, bro. What do you even go from there, dude? It's just like, I mean, Giuliani is just a goddamn weird, absurd mutant. Just an absurd little mutant of a man. Like, oh my Lord. He's in a little ball. Sleepy little ball. Oh. Good little doggo. But, anyway, I think I at least, gotta go for the rest of the evening for tonight. So, peace out. And of course, I shall see y'all in that next one. So, a toodaloo, back news.